Hello and welcome to the Human Bacon Podcast. We got Nick here and we got Luke back again. What's going on, Luke? How you doing?
It's going. Doing great, thank you.
Is this your third or fourth?
I think
third.
this is my third time.
I think it's the third, yeah.
Yep, last time was my second, so I'm excited.
Yeah, 3 comes after 2, yes.
The trifecta, yes. So, the trifecta is complete.
For episode 40, too, so...
Yep, it's a big
40.
deal. It's a big deal. I've honestly been having dreams about it. I've been thinking about this day.
Yeah, we tried to do it last week, but I couldn't because stupid work.
Yeah.
So you're to stay late because Craig is...
Because somebody called out.
He's not too good.
And then somebody called out this Saturday, too, today, and I was like, I'm not doing that again. Bye.
No,
I actually left early.
That works out because...
Eat shit.
I remember that same day I was telling you that, from a personal angle, I had a wicked long week, so I was heavily influenced early that day. So I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it over there. So I think it worked out perfectly.
That worked out great then.
It did work out well. So.
Yep. Stupid Hannaford.
No problem.
Yep. Here we are. I can finally tell the full story. Luke's never heard this story, so it'll be good to get reaction of somebody who doesn't really know what's going to happen. But I told a little bit of it the last podcast, but I didn't tell the whole story because I was talking to a girl, and I didn't want her to know the whole story.
Yep.
So now that we're not talking anymore, I can tell the whole entire terrible story. Of, I almost deserved it in a way.
Now, is she listening to this? Has she ever listened
I
to it?
doubt it.
Yeah.
I really doubt it. One of them doesn't know it exists, and the other one I told about it.
The other one?
Yeah.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick, we have a...
Yeah, believe me, some people who will listen to this will be like, yeah, that's Nick.
Okay, all right. So that's how you roll, dude. I like it. I like it.
33 and still a piece of shit. So.
No, dude. You're playing your cards right. You got tricks up your sleeve. I respect it.
Yes, especially with new girls who have no idea about my bullshit. Works out much better.
Okay, so you're not involved with her, so now you can...
I was talking to this girl for like a month,
Yep.
and then we hung out once, but she lived like an hour and a half away. So it was like, she didn't have a car, so there's a 3-hour trip, there and back. And then obviously we hung out the first time. She wasn't sleeping over, so I'd drive her there and drive back. So it was like 6 hours of driving. She was really nice, but I'm like, I don't want to keep driving.
Right.
This is a lot. So we had plans that she was going to sleep over on a day off that I had. And I was like, fuck, I don't want to drive all the way out there. And this other girl I was talking to broke up with a boyfriend or something, and she just hit me up like, hey, do you want to hang out the same day? And I was like, and she only lives 20 minutes away. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to hang out with the girl who lives 20 minutes away. So I told the girl who lived far away that I had car troubles and I couldn't drive.
Yep.
And so I go and pick up, this is our first time hanging out. I pick her up in Beverly. And we went to, I forgot what it was, Yard House. It's like a Outback kind of, but more like adult themes or whatever. So she's like, oh, you want to get a drink? I'm like, yeah, it was like 4:30. I'm like, I'll have one. I was driving. So I get one. She gets like a double fucking Jack and something. And I'm like, and she's small. She was like 5 feet tall.
She got the banana split of the drinks.
She got a big old drink. And I had one bottled Coors Light.
Yep.
And I drank that. And I'm like, all right, that's enough. The guy came back and said, oh, you want another drink? I'm like, no, she gets the same drink plus a hard seltzer. So they brought over another drink and a can of hard seltzer.
Her objective is clear. Her intentions are clear.
I'm immediately like, how is this not a red flag? But I'm like, fuck it, I drink, I'm not going to judge.
Yeah.
So then I was like, all right, we'll go hang out at my place because she just moved back in with her parents. So I was like, all right, obviously, we'll go to my place. And then on the way there, she's like, you want to get more beers? I'm like, well, yeah, I want to go get more beers. So we stop at a place. I get a 6-pack of Coors. She gets like I don't know what that hard seltzers come in. There might be 8s or 10. I don't know what they come in. But she gets that. We come back here. We're watching Letterkenny. I don't know for anybody, but great show.
Leonard Kenny?
Letterkenny. It's like a Canadian, I don't know. It's stupid, but it's really funny. So we were watching that. She crushes all of her drinks. I had like 2 more beers. She starts drinking my beers.
Dude.
At this point. So I'm like, this girl's just trying to get fucked up.
Yeah.
So then we play my favorite game, which is Kiss Where the P Comes Out. So we played that game.
Okay, pause.
Kiss where the P comes out.
Pause. Sorry. Explain what
Explain
the fuck
game.
that is.
I'm interested.
We all know that game.
We all know that game. We've done it plenty of times.
Okay.
Kiss Where the P Comes Out.
Yeah, so the objective was understood, and it was fulfilled.
So that game was played.
That game was played.
But while she's talking and she's drinking, she's opening up, and she's out of her fucking mind. She told me that she's a felon because she set like a house on fire before. Yeah. She's telling me about how she's like fucking.
Tyler's just like.
She's telling me I couldn't tell the whole story before, so
The
like.
look on his face is like.
It's just new information
he's
to me.
your therapist.
And she's telling me about how she's been like arrested before, now she spent time in jail, and I'm like, holy shit, she's already here. It's like 1 a.m. now. I can't just be like, all right, leave. Girl who just told me she burnt a house down. And she was telling me about First she said that if I voted for Biden that we couldn't hang out, and then she just starts getting all this Trump stuff, and I'm like, it's 1 a.m. I don't want to start like talking politics.
Yeah.
And then she started telling me how like these conspiracy theories about how like the vaccine was really just so when the monkeypox comes, we're all gonna catch it. And like she's just telling me, I'm like, what the fuck did I get myself into? I could have just hung out with a nice girl.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whatever, we're here. So in the morning, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna drop this girl off, and I'm never gonna talk to her ever again. So I drop her off, and I, drinking on 2 a.m. So I was sitting there tired, was playing a little Skyrim, and I had my phone on silent. And then I look at it, and I have 10 text messages. I'm like, this isn't good.
Yeah.
So I look at it, and she goes, whoever your roommate, because I told her I could see some like guy came in with my roommate, and I was like, the guy looked like he was fucking homeless. Like he literally had all the clothes on that he owned. It looked like with like trash, like there's a homeless person.
Yeah.
So she texted me saying that the homeless person stole her fucking wallet. Yeah. And went down to the crackhead places in downtown Lowell that I know exactly the area, and I know it was crackhead, this Family Dollar and everything. He spent like $300 at Family Dollar on her cards. Like, he maxed out all of her cards. Well, not, you can only spend $500.
Yeah. And
then, so she's fucking texting me, freaking out that she's going to come and fuck up my roommate, and she knows where I live. I was like, holy shit.
Fuck,
so now I'm trying to get a hold of fucking the roommate, and he's at work, and then he's like, and I have cameras in the house. I have 3 cameras. I can see everything that goes on. So he's
really
like, so I'm like, bro, your fucking boy you had over stole the wallet. And he was almost arguing with me. He was like, well, did he really steal the wallet? I'm like, yeah, I have cameras. I seen him steal the wallet. He's like, well, why would she? Because she left it out in the living room. We were hanging out in the living room, and then we went to my room. So she just had, why would it? And I was like, what does it matter? You can leave anything anywhere here. You shouldn't have to worry about somebody fucking stealing it. So I'm going through that. So I'm like, what is the kid's name? He just knows, he doesn't even know the kid's like fucking name. So he finds out the guy's name while this girl's still freaking out, texting me all this shit, and I'm just trying to figure out what the hell is going on. He tells me that his family owns the Owl Diner, so I should send the girl down to the Owl Diner, which is a fucking breakfast place in the middle of downtown Lowell. I'm like, that's not gonna solve anything. We're gonna go down to the diner, like, hey, your crackhead nephew, whatever, stole the wallet. And then they're like, well, we gotta go to the police. And I'm like, in Lowell, I'm gonna say, hey, the homeless man stole my wallet. They're gonna go, we'll call your bank, get everything canceled, and go through with that. We're not gonna drive around looking for the homeless man.
That's
like,
right.
They're not gonna go. People are getting shot and stabbed here in Lowell.
Nick has common sense in this situation.
Yeah, you'll go down there and freak out in the police station. They're not going to do anything.
Exactly.
They're not going to, and not like saying anything bad, but there's real things going on in the city beside a man took your wallet.
They're just going to cancel the charges.
They're going to say
give
just
you
can't, and she'll get the card back.
Yeah.
She did end up getting her money back, but I felt bad and I loaned her some money because she was out. She had no money. She couldn't use her cards or anything.
Dude,
Jesus
Christ. That's like totally Rob's fault.
So yeah, so then I have him on cameras. The dude comes out. You see him. He's looking all around. I mean, you can't see it's a podcast here, but we're in this one room here. It's almost like a dining area, but there's nothing in it. It's Lola's room. So you see him like looking down, and then he looks down the hallway where we have all the podcast stuff. He's just being sketchy, and then he looks
scouting the area.
Just scouting. It was like 7 a.m, and then he looked around, and you can see him look at her purse. And then he fucking takes it and he ran because I heard somebody leave, but I didn't hear the door close.
He's like, "Are you sure that happened?"
So
Nick's like, "I have it on video."
I go and look, and the door's open, and I'm like, all right. So I shut the door, and I didn't think it was pouring out that day. I don't know if you remember, like a couple months ago, we had like 2 days where it was like fucking downpouring. So it was one of those days, and I'm like, all right. I didn't think anything of it until she fucking said that. So then I'm looking at the cameras and I'm watching this homeless man steal her wallet and run in the rain. I don't know where he ran because I went as soon as that door opened. I left my room because I could tell the front door didn't get closed, and I closed the door and I'm looking around and I'm like, I don't see anybody in either direction. So he fucking sprinted Usain Bolt right out of here.
Oh my god, that is such a crazy story. That's like something you would hear, and like if you spice that up with a little bit of articulation, that'd be something at like the comedy club.
If I could break down like parts you don't really need in that. Oh my
god, that's such a wild story.
So Rob's thought process that night, he was just like, yo, I found this homeless guy.
Oh no, well the funniest thing was I had my other buddy over, Wayne, and they're like best friends. I've known Wayne for like 12 years though, so he was over and I was telling him about it because I was fucking pissed off that I got to deal with it. It wasn't even that something got stolen. I was more mad I had to keep dealing with this girl now, and I can't just ghost her I can't just be like, all right, sorry your shit got stolen, bye, then never talk to her. I'd feel terrible.
Yeah.
So he comes home and my buddy Wayne was like, Rob, why would you bring a homeless person over? And he goes, he's not homeless, I know his cousin. And we just started dying laughing. We were like, that has nothing to do with this man as a home or not.
That has nothing to do with his housing situation.
I know his cousin. He brought a trash bag.
He told him, I think he was just downtown with a couple people hanging, probably bar hopping or something, and then he ran into the guy, and he somehow had a conversation with the guy, and they both know, like, his cousin is a mutual friend of theirs. So for some reason, that was like, oh, we know somebody's name? Why don't you come on over to my house?
Yeah,
and
you can crash here.
And then he put him in that spare room that we have, because he was sleeping in the empty room in there, and he left, like, weird shit. Like, he left shit behind that looked like he was just carrying with him that he didn't need anymore, like shoelaces and shit. Like, dude, there was weird shit that he left behind.
I wonder what he's doing right now.
I had a mattress that was in there for like $100, just a cheap one. So when people come over and get drunk, they sleep on it.
Yeah.
I fucking, that thing is gone after that. After he slept on it, I'm like, no, not having homeless man and lice or whatever.
Disgusting, dude.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Android.
Yep. Yeah, so that was fun, and I had to deal with that. I essentially just kept talking to her until she got her money back, and then we both kind of were like, all right, that's that, right? You got your money back, everything's good. Like,
yeah.
And
Have
then
you talked to her since?
No, literally like 2 days later, she was on Facebook. It was like, in a relationship with Bud. And I was like, wait, did you need the $500 to be in her, like...
Oh, my God. You gave her $500?
No, that's what she lost.
Oh,
that's
okay,
what, yeah.
okay.
No, I gave her 100.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Like,
that's
you
like
can
doing
make
your...
buy with 100.
Yeah.
And it wasn't so much that if I never got it back from her, I'd be like,
You
fuck
can
it, it's
make
$100,
buy
you know?
Make buy with 100? I'd be saying 50. Oh, I don't even know if I'd give her any money. No, I probably would.
If she wasn't freaking out and wasn't a psycho, I wouldn't have. But like, just from all the conversations with her, then that happening, I'm like, this girl isn't playing. She's really gonna come here and fucking fight my roommate. So I need to do something.
Yeah, no, I get it. But it sounds like that's mainly Rob's fault.
Oh, absolutely.
Rob's is a total liability there.
100%.
I don't know why you bring a homeless person over in the first place.
Yeah, they're homeless for a reason. And they don't go in homes for a reason because they do things like that.
I just can't believe you didn't take anything else. The PlayStation's literally right there. There's an Xbox right there.
Yeah.
Like I get switch. Like it's all right there if you turn around and look.
Well, it sounds like it was like a little impulsive because he just grabbed it and ran out. So he's probably thinking that that's the last thing he was gonna do. He's like, this would be quick and easy. But he's like, I grabbed this Xbox. I gotta unplug it. I'm too stupid.
I mean, you ain't taking the 65-inch TV. Good luck. Good luck carrying that out by yourself down the steps around the corner.
Like,
you'll never get down.
His whole thing was probably noise. Like he didn't want to make a lot of noise.
He just that wallet might have been sitting on the top, and like Luke said though, and he was just like, oh shit, I'm taking this. Like,
yeah.
So you said he spent like $500 at Family Dollar?
He spent over $300 at Family Dollar.
How do you
different
on what?
transactions? I don't know. It just said Family Dollar. I think it's I don't know if it's Central Street or whatever. But then it was like $183, and the second was like Family Dollar, $120.
So
oh my God.
My thing is like he's homeless, right? He doesn't have a car. He doesn't is he just walking out of the store with like a shit ton of stuff?
I'm
Does he
guessing
have like a Santa
so.
sack?
Yeah, I was gonna say
he's got like a Santa sack with
every
all the
homeless person with
Oh my
clout,
God.
with influence, has a satchel filled with not only clothes but trinkets.
Yep.
Trinkets, antiquated, valuable trinkets.
What is this, Skyrim? Trinkets?
Yeah, dude.
I imagine him though more like when your dad would bring groceries home and you would just put as many in your arm as you could and you'd like walk like that. That's what I imagine him doing, is that he just has an insane amount of bags and he's just fucking...
It's just Family Dollar's so cheap, like you'd have so much shit with that amount of money.
I know.
I almost want to say like,
God.
why didn't they notice? But if I was a guy, if I was a cashier or something, I wouldn't give a fuck if somebody was coming at Family and spending all that money. Like when it's your money to somebody, you know, you're like, dude, they should be like, why is this guy spending $400? But it's like if you were there, you'd be like, I don't give a shit. I'm not getting stabbed because this guy wants to buy
I
$400.
feel like the cashier would have noticed too. He'd be like, okay, he has like a female's pocketbook right now.
With a credit card with a female name.
This dude it smells like he hasn't taken a shower in months.
Yeah, he looked like fucking Forrest Gump when he was running at the end. When he had all that hair and beard. That's what he fucking looked like.
That's a great description. Oh my God. But yeah, there's no way that cashier didn't know. He was just like, all right, this dude just robbed somebody, and I'm just...
A kind of funny thing
no
about
way.
it, we were talking about going to Espresso's Pizza, me and her, because she's never been there. I'm like, oh, we should go there one time. The homeless guy went there.
Gosh.
Wait, what? He went there?
He went to the pizza place and got like a slice of pizza or something, because it was like Espresso's Pizza ate something. And she even texted me that was funny. She's like, the fucking guy actually went to his... I'm like, I don't know. Somebody had to go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, moral of the story, thank you, Rob.
Thanks.
Thank you for
Thanks,
the
bud.
opportunities.
At least I got the story now.
Yeah.
Now it's like, all right, everything's settled. Now I got a good story out of it.
Yeah, definitely. More colorful story than I've had recently. But...
Fuck that. Here we are.
Here we are.
Dude, I built my new computer yesterday. Cost me a shitload of money, but it's wicked cool. I got all new shit, newest architecture of everything. Finally got it all together. And
Yeah,
it's so
what
fast,
pieces
dude.
do you have in that?
It's a 3060 Ti.
Okay.
Is the GPU, a i5 12600K. It's a 12th gen.
Intel?
Yeah. And then I got 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM that's at 5200 megahertz, so it's 5.2 gigahertz.
Okay, you're bragging.
And dude, I did this cool thing where I put the operating system on one storage device on an NVMe drive.
Yeah, I did the same thing with mine.
Yeah.
SSD operating system, that's what you want to do. It's so fucking fast.
Yeah.
I got the Samsung NVMe.
Yeah, the NVMe is like a type of SSD because it goes
So
in that
fast.
particular PCIe on the motherboard, but I just bought a 250 gig one, put the OS on that, and it's wicked fast, and then I put everything else on this terabyte SSD.
Yeah, Nick doesn't know what the fuck we're talking about.
You guys might as well be speaking Chinese.
Dude, but I'll tell you, like,
Is yours gonna fly to the moon, Luke? Is that what you're fucking getting ready for?
I was
building a rocket ship.
It was so funny because I was on Discord yesterday when I had it hooked up, and I'm like, boys, let's just say I could work for NASA. I could be in the Pentagon, that fucking five-figure fistagon, or whatever the fuck pulls on parade. But I could easily be working out of there with this machine. It's sick. But it's mainly because I wanted to be able to, mod all kinds of games and have like hundreds of mods and not have it be slow. So I pretty much just went overkill on it.
Yeah, because your thing is Fallout, right? You do a lot of shit ton of mods in there,
Fallout,
right?
but first I'm doing Skyrim. Like now, before I came over here, I started a download for 350 mods for like graphically.
Oh my god!
So then I'll have those.
There was a
I
can finish your sentence.
It's an ENB, but it's all packaged into one thing. So it's 350 mods just for the visual aspect, and also a bunch of engine shit like combat, movement, etc. And then I'm gonna have a bunch of like just additional like more spells, weapons, armor, bullshit that I'm gonna do my own. So it's gonna be like 400 something mods, but the computer can handle it. So it's gonna be like a whole different. And plus, it's gonna be 1440p.
You got a 1440p monitor?
Yeah.
Fuck
Dude,
yeah,
I'm a fucking.
Seemed like a new game. You're gonna be like, have I even ever played this before?
And see, this is a 27-inch monitor here, and that's what I got. But it's 1440p, 144 hertz. Like this is.
What'd you pay for that? Like 600?
No, I actually paid $250.
$250 from fucking where?
$250 for a 1440p.
What'd you get off the fucking street?
I got it from a guy that purchased
Family Dollar?
it during. I wish. Imagine if Family Dollar was selling computer
Family Dollar
parts.
coming in clutch.
They should do that. Like, imagine they came out of the Woodstock just saying, you know what, we're selling computer parts now, and they're honestly not that much money because we're trying to build a fan base for it.
Computer Dollar.
But yeah, I just I don't even know what I was saying because I'm high.
Oh, where you got it from?
Where you got it from, yeah.
Gigabyte was the brand. Oh, I got it from my buddy from work, but because he buys them in packs, like he'll get 2 or 3 if they're on sale, and then he'll sell them to somebody else for just a little bit more. But since I work right under him, he sold it to me for the same price. So it's $250, 27-inch. It's really good. Got a new keyboard, bunch of new shit.
Fucking
Fucking
Skyrim.
man.
Yeah, but Skyrim modded, Fallout modded, Outriders, dude. We have to play that again because
We do.
I re-downloaded it. There's a new expansion.
Really?
Yeah, it's wicked cool.
Cool.
And
Nick,
my old computer, dude, you got to get on,
yes,
bro. I can
do.
sauce it to you. We
I
can
do.
fucking get on. You got to start playing.
That'd be a good time.
It would be
Yeah.
that way because this obviously is very strong. But
It is, but I'll try to like record just me doing like I did a little nightmares for a different YouTube channel that I do, and then I was trying to do Man of Medan. It's kind of like you make decisions as the game's going on, but it's like you're watching a movie kind of thing. But it couldn't. It while it was recording, like it looked fine, but when I played it back, it was wicked choppy. I don't know if it's just the game was too much for it because it's fucking everything looks nice in the game, but it couldn't record me doing it.
Well, what recording were you? Was it like OBS Studio?
Yeah.
Yeah, like typically. It's if you recorded it and while you were playing it, it was perfect, and you played back the recording and it was choppy, it typically means that the setting was like set to 30 frames or 45 frames, or like you had a frame rate limit. I'm basically saying. So you're playing the game at a perfect frame rate, but the recording by default is set to a lower frame rate just for performance sake.
Yeah.
But you could say no, I want it to record as smooth as I'm playing, and they only do that as a performance thing. Maybe the computer couldn't handle it, but
yeah, because I've done it with like Left 4 Dead and other like small games like that, and it's fine. But for some that game and something else I was trying to play too. It was just like, nope.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be a performance thing, but typically maybe it's a way it's configured, but hey, who knows? I wouldn't know until I saw it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but fucking yeah, we gotta play more games, dude.
we do.
We gotta get after that.
I'm getting
For
back
sure.
into it now that I have a whole new setup.
Fuck yeah, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's what's up.
Me and Tyler played some games, but it was with the basketball.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
basketball.
I suck at basketball.
We played. We had to play some 2-on-2 against two kids that were at least 6'2" each.
They were 6'2" each. It was fucking like it was physical. It was hard, but our threes kept us alive.
We won both games.
We did.
Yeah, we
Oh,
won
really?
both games.
Splash
Damn,
them.
so you guys are a pretty good duo.
Oh yeah,
We're not bad. Like we understand the game. Like
Yeah.
I can look at Nick and be like, and just be like, and then he knows what to do 100% of the time. Like the
Damn,
littlest and not.
okay.
Like
Yeah,
he's
we
good.
were-
He's cutting. He's.
Yeah.
It's good.
That's
very
cool.
Good.
That's cool. So you took down two
Giant kids.
Yeah.
I mean, they were
Yeah.
probably like 16, but they were still fucking
Dude,
6'2"
they were massive,
each. They
yeah.
were.
The wingspans like fucking like Giannis.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
We were down 6-0 one game. We weren't even worried. Like, we got this.
Yeah,
We got this.
Splash
team.
like 3 threes.
I don't
in a row.
think any of them took like an actual jump shot though. They were all just driving. I mean, why wouldn't you?
They-
You're a foot taller, but
They took a couple and then it just slammed off the backboard and they stopped the whole game. Like because they fucking just chucked it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like and they were just like, all right, I'm not shooting anymore.
Yep.
They couldn't shoot at all, but like
No, they couldn't shoot. We could.
yeah.
It's lights out.
Shooters.
I got a little
Snipers.
got a little shove from one dude getting a thing. I went down. I woke up the next day like, too old to be falling like this, scraping my knee up like a little kid.
I think I got a cut on my arm and you got a cut on your knee.
Yep.
Because one of them scratched me with their nail. And then we walked away with our battle
Both
scars
games.
and the victory.
And then like the corner of the court, there was like a real game going on of people probably like as good as us, if not
I
better.
play with those kids all the time.
But we played.
good.
Me and you, like, it was
Yeah.
2 tough games. So they were like, "Come over," and we were like, "No."
like-
Like, I got nothing left, guys.
I just got bodied up for fucking
Yeah.
the last 15 minutes. Oh,
It was good though.
I didn't know you guys were that good.
Professionals.
we can go shoot around a little after pod if you're not up to anything.
No, dude,
Oh,
I
yeah,
suck
just
at
say
fucking
absolutely not.
basketball. Yeah.
That was a terrible day at work.
If I was good, maybe, but yeah.
You don't have to be good,
I'm
man.
good at football. I like football. And
I love football.
yeah, I don't really.
You ever
like,
have those like old Nerf ones that made the whistle noise?
Yes,
Dude, those are the
Throwing them,
best.
that was always cool.
Yep, I love those things.
We were talking about super soakers the other day at work and how cool they were back in the day. I don't know if you guys ever had super soakers, but
Oh, yeah.
someone always had the one with the backpack, and you thought that was the coolest one until you realized, like, while you're walking, the cap on the top had a little hole in it. So, like, it's just fucking splashing out, and your whole back is just soaked. You're like, well, maybe this isn't as good as I thought it was.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I remember my thing was Nerf guns, and I mentioned this before, but I would always take the tips off, and I'd replace them with thumbtacks.
Mm-hmm.
What?
And dude, I'd fucking full auto, like battery power that shit and do like a wall. They'd all stick too. Like, dude, like
Wow, you could easily hurt numerous people, take many eyes out.
Yeah.
animals, like you could just destroy them.
Like
I
a
mean,
mouse. Imagine a mouse ran by and you hit him with one of
God.
those.
That'd be like us getting hit by harpoons.
Yeah, literally.
See, the trick with
Like-
the Nerf guns was to stretch out the springs so that it generated an even stronger force, so that
See,
it came out a lot harder.
I never went that deep into like modding it, but I just was like, I want to make this thing deadly. I don't know why.
I was just
Deadly.
lost all the darts after a while. You're like, what's the point of this
Yeah,
thing
I
anymore? I have
know.
one dart left, and this
And
thing
then-
fits
and
like 20.
You find them like in the most arbitrary spots,
Yeah.
like spread throughout the house, and you're like,
Yeah, like
"Alright,
you're getting a new couch or something, and you're like, oh
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
There's
There they
20
are.
of them. Like, how did that all...
There's 20 of them.
But I lost the fucking gun now, so now I get the darts and no gun.
I think I told you before that we had a Nerf gun party here. I spent like $200 on like little mini Nerf guns, a bunch of Nerf guns, and people brought their own. I had a fucking party here. We had a Nerf gun party. People were rolling around on the floor shooting each other. It was awesome.
Dude, I remember I had this Nerf bow and arrow, right?
Yeah.
And dude, that thing, oh my god, it was just a giant Nerf dart, right? It was like fucking, like
Yeah,
a fucking
I had
giant
one of
Nerf.
those.
Dude, those
Badass
things
one.
fucking whistled, bro. Like
Yeah.
you could fuck someone up
They
with those.
hurt.
They did hurt.
Yeah, they definitely hurt if you hit them in the right spot,
Oh yeah.
like the forehead.
Speaking of Nerf, I got a badass
Oh
Nerf
my
gun right now. Look at
God.
this fucking thing.
Just brought out a round drum 12 gauge.
Around. Immediate know the model. Like just 12 gauge round drum. Pack a punch.
I haven't fired it in a while, but it's battery powered.
It's battery powered. The Ultra. Oh, see, now that's what you need when the zombie apocalypse comes. You hit a zombie with that, they'll turn around and walk away.
This is what you do when you're, I think about this when I was 28 and you're single and you have nothing else to do in life. And you're like, I'll spend $80 on a Nerf gun. Why not? Actually, no, Dan bought one. Dan bought a sick one. It looked like a Destiny gun, like a scout rifle. And you fit the clip in the bottom. And it was so sick. And I'm like, all right, well, I got to one-up him. So,
yeah.
Nerf Ultra.
Super sick, super sick.
I was thinking about playing Destiny again now with this new computer. Because it would look so good.
I always get back into Destiny when they do the Halloween Festival of Lost, is that what they call it?
Yeah,
I do that every year because I just like doing that, getting the mask and shit and spooky shit.
Yeah.
I saw you playing Warframe like a couple weeks ago or something.
Yeah.
Do you play that like often or like?
Well, not really that often, but I used to, and then I took a break from it. But I think I'm like mastery rank, only like 8 or something.
Yeah.
And but I bought a bunch. With platinum, I bought a bunch of fucking Warframes.
Yeah.
And I bought the one that I just bought was Pro. It's like Pro TA, like PROTEA. Proti.
Is that a Warframe?
It's a Warframe,
fucking
but he's
new
like a
one, man.
tactician. So he has one ability is like an auto turret. And then another ability is like a bunch of grenades that he throws out.
Oh, shit.
And he has like a giant belt of all kinds of like gear on him. So I was like, yeah, I'll grab this guy. He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I got a bunch of dudes. Maxed out Rhino, Oberon. I really like. I got Frost Prime. I got fucking Loki Prime. I got.
Yeah, when I was
Necros.
When like a couple years ago, like I know life that game on Xbox like fucking hard, dude. I was a little fucking capitalist.
Yeah.
Like, dude, selling shit on the market, dude. Like, I was straight, like, down to business, fucking nickel and diamond people. And, dude, like, I was making a lot of platinum. I had 2,500 at one point.
Damn.
And, dude,
holy shit, that's a lot, dude.
Dude, that's a lot. That's hundreds of dollars worth of worth
It
of
is.
platinum.
If you wanted to buy, like, 1,000 platinum, it's, like, well over $50 or something.
It's like $99. It's like $99.99.
God.
It's something like that for like 1,000. Like it's like for like 200, it's like $20.
Fucking in-game
shit.
purchases.
But I remember I spent like $10 or $20 just to get the platinum, so I can buy stuff and sell it for more.
Yeah, just to get some skin in the game.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
And then I remember there was this one. They came out with this one melee weapon, and you could get it by you could grind the pieces by killing a boss that would spawn in like 1% of the time when you would play any type of game mode, and then you and like whoever you're playing would have to kill the boss, and you get like a piece. And there's 4 pieces to it. It's like a blueprint and 3 other a handle and like the hammer and all that other shit. And I would literally buy and sell that thing all day and make like 100 plat off of each trade. And I remember I would have some people get so fucking mad at me too, like, cause I would just harass them until they gave me the deal, cause other people weren't buying it, and I'd be like 50, 60 plat under what they wanted, and they'd be like, "Fuck you! You better have the plat when we go into the trade." And I'm like, yeah, just give me the fucking item, pussy. And I was straight business on that game.
You were fucking Jordan Belfort and people on Warframe.
I was going hard.
You were selling penny stocks.
Fucking missed your calling, dude. What are you doing?
It was all legal though, so.
It was all legal.
Get on fucking Robin Hood.
That's a crazy game though. It's fun, especially when you get like an OPS weapon. Like, did you ever use the Amprex?
No.
Giant ass lightning gun. You shoot one enemy with the Amprex, and it chains the lightning to all the other enemies around it in like a certain radius.
That sounds sick. I'll probably buy it when I'm home. But you know what I really like is the survival mode on Warframe, where it's like you just go for as long as you want, and you just have to keep activating the life support.
Yeah.
Dude, because I know people like to farm the lith things, whatever they are called.
Yeah, the relics.
Yeah, the relics, but like, and I have plenty of those, but it just gets boring. So I'd rather, and I know that, just looking at a timer the whole time can be boring, but I like that idea of enemies progressively getting harder and more spawning in, like a horde mode.
Yeah.
And it's also a good way to like farm.
Yeah.
Everything.
So survivals are like the best farming way to farm either resource on whatever planet you're on. Like literally, because you can sit on one spot, everything's gonna run to you. You don't even have to fucking move. Like you can put a fucking rubber band on your trigger of your gun that has like that. It's like the Amprex, and it never runs out of ammo. So it just chains lightnings everything. You put your cursor in the right spot, and there you go. Walk away. Fucking farming like a stud. Some people do that shit. They mod their controllers to be able to do that.
Super farm. Destiny used to do that shit. I remember everybody was at that one cave The cave just kept doing it, and they ended up, and they put like a memento or whatever about it towards it.
I remember that cave, bro.
Critical memory in my life, right?
Same.
There. Holy shit, that was on Earth. I remember.
Destiny 1, right? Like the OG one.
Yes, Destiny 1, the Cosmodrome.
Yeah.
And
the coolest part about that was I had Peter Dinklage was the ghost.
Yeah.
The voice of the ghost. That was so cool.
Oh my god.
I don't know why they took that away. They took that away, right?
Yeah, they changed it to a different guy.
It's to a fucking pussy.
Yeah, I don't know who it is.
I forget the guy's name. Oh.
Not Peter Dinklage.
Dude, the trailer for that game at E3, that made me wet.
Yeah,
It made my panties fucking
They played
wet.
that Led Zeppelin song.
Like, I was so hyped for that game. I was. And it was like, it wasn't what it was supposed to be, like, but it was good enough to where I just didn't stop playing it for a very long time.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. So easy to get back into that game too. After a couple crucibles or something, you're like, fuck, here we go.
Dude, we should re-download Destiny 2. It's free.
I'm down.
You downloading it, dude?
I think I already have it.
Alright, sounds good. Outriders is 3 people too, 3 people teams.
Yeah, are you
get you in the mix.
Are you on the same Discord now? Or are you on a different
I still have mine that you're in, but we should make a fucking one for us. You know?
Yeah.
And go from there.
For sure.
Good old Discord.
Yeah, I love Discord, dude. There's nothing better. You know, you do your work, whatever the fuck you got to do for the day, but nothing better than chilling in your room. A fresh brew, maybe a fresh joint, perhaps. You got the LEDs going, and you just chilling in Discord, dude.
Yep.
Not a worry in the world.
Not a worry.
Talking mad shit.
Talking
Me and my
so
friends
much
playing
shit.
fucking Mario Party 2. Not Mario Party 2, whichever one's on the Switch. The newest one. I think it was All Stars. It was something like that because you could use it was maps from like other Mario Party games.
Yeah.
But God, you forget how much people get competitive with that. You start playing it and you're like, all right, we're not friends anymore. Like,
get out of my house.
yeah.
Yeah, I've never really been big into like the Mario Kart or Smash honestly just because I'm gay, solely because I'm incompetent. But I've just never been into them.
It's like really, I'm not really into a lot of fighting games. Well, Mortal Kombat and Smash, but besides that, it's like I never got into like Virtual Fighter or Street Fighter or anything like that.
Smash is crazy. Like my brain can't keep track of what the fuck's going on. That game's so chaotic, but there are people that are extremely good at it. So you know there's an avenue of like learning how to get better. I can't figure it the fuck out. Like not for the life of me. And like I'm not that stupid of a person. I'm like I should be able to figure this out. No, Smash is fucking. I don't know. My brain can't do it.
I'm disgusting at Smash Brothers.
I know. You're fucking super nasty
disgusting
at
at Smash Brothers.
I'm so bad.
I believe
so bad at that game.
We did it at work. They were having like a little Smash Brothers tournament at work, and I didn't know about it. And they were all because I didn't have a Switch, and my old roommate Dan had one, and they were all talking shit about this one kid Brian. Like Brian always wins, whatever. And one day I was like, Dan, let me play for you, and he did. And I won like 3 matches in a row. And they were like, holy shit! And I was like, they knew though after a while. They're like, this isn't Dan.
It was
Just
like you were the chosen
destroying
one.
people.
That's so funny. Yeah.
Love me some Smash. And friendships with that shit though. Fuck you, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw they launched
You're
that.
spamming the same fucking button.
Oh yeah. Especially with the N64 version.
Yeah, straight up.
They see any of those satellite images from the James Webb Space Telescope?
I
Those
saw.
look really cool.
Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson. He was talking about. I saw some sort of interview he was doing, and he got all excited because he got to explain infrared light.
Yeah.
I was just like, I love this guy.
It's crazy they'll show like side by side photos of like one from Hubble and then one from that, and it's like just how much more detail there is in it. But the most fun part about them launching all that is reading the conspiracy people. I don't know if you've seen any of this stuff of how people say that. I mean, obviously people think it's fake. They think it's like CGI. My favorite one though is people think that like when they show the nebulas and all that it's like they think that's like an alien. Like that's coming to get all of us. Like, you know, the Doctor Strange, where he had that big giant like head in the first one. They think it's like something like that. And, like we shouldn't be taking pictures of it. I just read people's. It's the most fun thing to do. How insane people. They must have fun lives though.
You can't take pictures of it because it's gonna see the flash of the camera and it's gonna come get us.
That's true.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's how it works.
Wake up, people.
It's gonna steal your soul.
Wake up.
Conspiracy people are my favorite.
How can you? The photos are like, they look really nice, but they're basic. Like, why would you fake something that basic?
That just don't mean why. Like, what do they get out of keeping that? Like, other things like 9/11 was an inside job. I'd be like, no, it wasn't. But I mean, if you could probably put like reason behind it. Like, why would you just lie about space?
Yeah.
Like, what do you get out of that?
Meanwhile,
You get to control the information.
Fake.
Yeah, it's literally the Matrix. We're all plugged in right now.
Yeah, we're like making fun of how stupid that sounds, but actually they're all right.
We're a bunch of fucking NPCs.
Yeah.
Talking about.
No,
If we're
who
the
knows?
NPCs, who's the main character?
Dude,
Some guy walking his dog. You don't even know it.
Just
I know,
That's
some
the main
random
guy.
fucking guy.
No
Elon Musk
importance
said
at
that
all.
there's a big chance that we're in a simulation, so we must believe that guy.
That would be like the one conspiracy you could probably convince me of. All the other ones, I'm like, those are stupid. But that, I'd be like, you might be able to convince me that this is all a simulation. Because things just keep getting better. Look at all the
Yeah.
mods Luke just talked about putting in. What is it going to be like in 100 years from now? What is it, you know?
Oh yeah, there's I think I told you guys about it, but there's a video of like Skyrim, and this dude has like a boss-ass computer. I don't even know how he's running it, but it has like 1,000 mods, like 1,000 graphical mods.
Dude, it's incredible.
It looks fucking gorgeous. Like just eyegasm when you watch the video. It's awesome.
On Discord, I'll be able to share my screen, of the game, and I'll show you guys when I have the ENB and all the other mods, and you'll be like, yeah, this looks fucking sick.
Hey, you're finally awake.
Yup.
I started replaying it like a month ago. I still play for like an hour or two every day.
Good man.
Maybe the greatest game ever. It's up there.
Skyrim's
Skyrim's
crazy.
definitely a contender for my favorite game of all time.
What are the most like silly mods in Skyrim? Like I know Thomas the Train
Thomas
is
the
like
Train.
up
I like the
there.
Macho Man Randy Savage where he goes, "Oh yeah," when they breathe fire. That's pretty funny.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
the I forgot about that one. They have so many, so like it's pretty much just whatever category you're thinking of. There's always like something that's outrageous in that category, like the dumbest looking, funniest looking armor and weapons, or NPCs, or jewelry, and fucking all kinds of shit that you could just make look stupid as hell. And every animation you can have a different sound proc. Everything that you do, every time that you swing, you can change that like gasp that your character does to Katy Perry singing. You just have to drag and drop sound files, so it's like that's what makes the game, so much fun, is that you can change it.
It's awesome they let you do that too. They're not
Yeah.
like, man, don't mod our game. Like, yeah, fucking
Yeah.
do whatever you want. Have a giant train flying around. I don't give a shit.
That's what's
Yeah.
made it last. Like the game in itself is great vanilla, but I don't think if not for the great mods over the years that people saw and then got millions of views, like it would have stayed as alive as a community as it would have been. But yeah, it's interesting. We'll see.
Yeah, I played because the Elder Scrolls Skyrim, that's like the OG. That's like everyone's favorite, pretty much. I played. There's a mod for online, which I did with my friend.
Yes,
and that-
together or something.
Yeah.
Skyrim together or something.
Yeah, Skyrim
pretty
together.
cool.
And it just takes like this certain program, and you run the Skyrim game through it, and then there's servers you can join, and then there's players running around. It's Skyrim, but just with players
That's
everywhere.
really you see. But my question about that is like, do you have to have the exact same mods installed? Because like I can't imagine I have all kinds of additional.
I don't think so. It's just vanilla Skyrim, but just online.
So you can't have any mods though.
There might be servers with mods, and then but when you join, it'll prompt you to be like,
Got
download
it.
all these first before you join.
I mean, I
But we
wouldn't
just played
mind-
vanilla.
I wouldn't mind playing vanilla if you're playing with a few people.
It was
That'd
cool,
be
and there
fun.
was random people. There was a chat too, like fucking. It was cool.
Yeah.
And you could just go up to anyone and fight them too, and you could and I think when you joined, you could port your main character over, so you
Yup.
could bring all your OP shit in from like the OG game.
Damn.
But I think you could do that. Like I don't know, I spawned in like naked or whatever, but I don't know. There was
Nice.
people that had like OPS shit, but like you could in that online version in that server you can play the story campaign of Skyrim too. Like there is like you don't have to interact with anybody and then just do the story, which is like cool because it's just like players are just running around. You're all doing different missions, different quests, but it's the OG
you're all
Elders.
Dragonborn.
Yeah,
You're all the chosen one.
yeah.
So
Not as fun.
it'll be definitely fun to screw around with your friends, but I think I'll stick to the I'm the chosen one.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'm
Like,
Dragonborn.
no, I'm selfish. I want to be Dragonborn. You can't be Dragonborn
be
too.
Like me.
Yeah, I saw a vampire fighting a werewolf. It was fucking cool.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Unrelenting force, everybody, and just watch them ragdoll effect away.
Yeah, they were
Bye.
fighting at Whiterun. It's cool, right outside the main gate.
There's a funny clip I'll send you guys of, Key and Peele.
Yes.
Key, the taller one.
Yep.
It's an Alexa. It's not real, but it's like he
Oh,
plays
yes, he's
Skyrim
playing
and Alexa.
Skyrim.
It was
That's
so
a real
funny.
thing.
Was that actually real?
Yeah, it's a real game. It's obviously a little bit mundane, but it's a real.
He said something about fighting a dragon. It was like, oh, you only got like 4 health left. He's like, all right, use a health potion. Like, you don't have any. It's like, how many wheels of cheese do I have? And she's like, 184. And he's like, eat the cheese. Eat all the cheese.
Eat all the cheese. It's so accurate, though. I'd be thinking the same thing. I'm fighting the dragon. I'm like, no potions. Do I have any cabbage?
Literally. And then you die and you go, did I save? Like, please tell me I fucking
And
saved.
then you're set back to like hours ago.
Oh.
And you're like, oh, I'm going to eat.
Turn the old boop. Turn that Xbox right off. Nope.
Fuck it.
That's the end of that before you throw it out the window.
Yeah, that quick save, man. You had to do it.
Yeah, best friends.
So clutch.
It's a great thing until you forget it. You're like, why? Why?
Yeah. But then if you have autosave on, it saves times where you don't want to save.
Yeah, when you go in and out of a cave or
Yeah.
something.
You go in and out of anywhere. Save,
Yeah,
save,
that's
save.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Are you guys doing any Folk Fest activities in 2 weeks?
Folk Fest.
Folk Fest.
Oh yeah, that's coming up.
29th.
I haven't been to that in years. I
Yeah,
remember
it's been
being
a
into it when
while.
I was little. But,
I will be there drinking.
dude, I should make an appearance.
You go right in the middle of the street. There's nothing better than walking right in the middle of downtown Lowell. You're like, there's usually a lot of traffic here. It's just you and a bunch of people, and you're buzzed. You're like, this is nice.
Yeah, actually, I can see how that would be. Because there's no more cars, and
There's
you're like,
mad
damn,
food.
I never see it like this.
Yep.
Have you guys ever heard of Herbalife?
Yes, actually.
So it's like that triangle scheme, like pyramid fucking like exercise like place where like you go there to like exercise and you guys work out as a group, right? And then they try to get you to like buy some of their products so that you can sell it on your own to your friends and make a profit. So it's a pyramid scheme, right? Because as soon as you start doing that, they want you to recruit people.
Yeah.
And then you get those people to recruit people, and it just goes on forever, right?
Like a pyramid.
Like a pyramid.
Oh.
Like a pyramid
Wow.
loop.
And they're scheming.
Yeah. And they're scheming. And
Fucking assholes.
at the Folk Fest one year, there was a Herbalife what do you say, like table or whatever down there. And I stopped there and they were like, yeah, you should come by. We do like these workouts and shit. And I had no idea that it was a pyramid scheme. I found out like the complete hard way. Like I joined them, dude. Like I was exercising with them in the summer, and we were doing like couple-mile runs and shit. And like it was fun. There was like good people there, but dude, like so
Any
one.
good-looking girls? Sorry.
They were all trying to get good looking. That was the thing.
Always a good question.
I like that.
Always a good question, though. You gotta know.
I'm trying to visualize it, so okay.
Yeah. And so you go at the same time every day. It was like 4:30, 5 o'clock. You guys like work out for an hour. They sell protein shakes at like the Herbalife place too. And those protein shakes are fucking bomb though. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like that shit was really good. Like after a workout, like you chug one of those while like walking home or whatever. Like I was loving it. Like I was in like 10th grade and it was summer, so it was awesome. And literally one day we went we all got together and we went on this bus to this convention, right? And dude, like I didn't get cult vibes until I went to that convention. It was bad. Like I was like, oh my god. Like there's people like and like they started explaining like these tiers of like the program too, and it starts at like bronze, silver, platinum.
Oh my god, like memberships?
Right? Yeah. But like but you get that based on how much product you sell, right? So
hold on. I thought this was like an exercise thing.
it was.
Okay, so
but
they turn you into salesmen.
Yeah, they do.
That's one
They
good
do.
shake.
Yeah, fitness and business.
Why
That's
is it
what they
called
would call it.
Herbalife? It has nothing to do with like.
Well, it's probably what you're selling is some.
It's Herbalife product. That's the
Yeah.
name of the company.
So what do they sell?
They sell protein shakes. They sell protein bars. It's all fitness related
Is
stuff.
it any good? At least.
I think it like the protein shakes are bomb. I didn't try much of anything else, but they would make them straight up like at the Herbalife Center downtown. Like I don't even know if they're there. It was just like a little kind of like store you would go into, and we would all meet there, and then we'd go exercise from there. But they would make protein shakes there, and they'd sell them for like $4.99 or whatever. But if you worked out for an hour, you got a free one after.
Really?
So that was cool. As
long as you're a member?
You didn't even have to be a member. You just go there and you work out an hour, you get a free shake after.
But that's how they get you in. That's how they sweet talk
Fuck,
you.
this shake is good.
Like,
all right, I'll be back.
We're really generous
They're buttering you up.
That's what I'm saying.
And the people who run the programs, dude, they're fucking business, man. Like, straight up, like, they will convince you, like, this is the way.
Running a pyramid
This
scheme.
is the way.
This
like
is the
Mandalorian.
like Mandalorian. Like, this is how you got to do it. And they're like, oh, this is where I started, and I started selling product. I got more people, and those people joined, and I'm like, oh, it's okay, pyramid. I fucking get it.
Yep.
But no, at this convention, we all go in, and we all sit down, and dude, like, when this dude walked in, I had no idea who the fuck he was, but he was just dressed in a suit. And just immediately, everyone in the room just starts clapping in synchronicity.
Just because of his presence?
Just because of his presence. He was like this high-up CEO of like the company or whatever.
It's fucking Tom Cruise.
Yeah, man. It was like straight-up Scientology vibes. Like, it was weird. And they all started doing this like humming thing too. Like,
what the hell?
Like Wolf of Wall Street, right?
Fuck.
Like, where he's like pounding on it, Matthew McConaughey, where he's pounding on his chest. Kind of exactly like that. And they it was like me and like a few friends from the group we came in. This was our first time there. So everyone else there at the convention, they're seasoned. Okay? They are like the guy we went with, he's like, all right, just follow our lead, just like do what we do. And dude,
Lola is fucking up that water.
She makes it in the podcast every fucking time.
All right, continue.
And yeah, so we were all just sitting down. This dude comes on stage, and they all fucking start doing this cult fucking humming, clapping vibe shit.
That's scary almost. Like, shit,
scary.
where do I go?
And I'm like looking around me, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm just like in shock. I'm like, what is going on?
Wait, hold on. The main question is, did you start doing it
No.
too? Okay.
Absolutely not. That was after I went to this convention. I never went back.
How
there.
far were you from like home? Were you like, I can't leave right now?
Oh, it was in Boston.
Oh yeah, so
like we took like this
there.
bus. It was like this Herbalife theme bus to Boston.
Like it was downtown. You could have just slipped away. I'm going home.
Yeah. And this dude comes up on stage and he's like getting everybody pumped up and he's in this suit and he goes, I make millions of dollars every year.
Oh god.
He goes, I'm a fucking Pink Diamond member. Right? And I'm just like,
Pink Diamond.
Pink Diamond.
How much is that a month?
Wow.
That's fucking.
It's like $5,000.
It's higher above platinum and gold. Okay, that's all I know. But like, yeah. It's weird how like there's so many ranks to it. There's like 15 to 20. Bronze, silver, platinum, gold, emerald, and then diamond, and then
Sapphire.
and then pink diamond, and then pink diamond times 2. That's one of them.
Really?
I remember that.
Holy
yeah.
shit.
Well, he wasn't times 2 though, so he wasn't.
I don't fucking know.
He would've-
It's so long ago. He might have been fucking black diamond. He was above that.
Black
I have
Diamond.
no idea.
He would have done really good on EA's team for, microtransactions because they do the same shit with the gold, bronze, fucking platinum.
Yeah, and you're based off how much product you get to sell every month. And it's not just what you sell, it's what the people you recruited sell too. That goes towards your level in the membership, right? So, like, I'm listening to this dude, and he's going crazy on stage, and he's naming off, like, all these, like, ranking systems and how people do it. And different people are coming up on stage and they're telling their story about how they were once a diamond member, but they made it to pink diamond in 1 month because they worked so hard. And it was just,
Oh god.
it was just all this like straight up, just this hierarchy of the titles
Yep.
that they were like just drilling into you. And then they started showing these motivational videos out of nowhere, like fucking like Rudy, like the football movie. They started showing a scene from that, right? They just pulled down this fucking, like, the lights went dark,
Jesus.
and you thought something was going to happen, and then just things started playing from, like, a projector across the room. And it was just a scene from Rudy of inspiration, right?
That is so funny.
And I'm just like, oh my god, like, this is a cult, this is insane, like, I want to go home, like, this is horrible. And, like, after everything slowed down and everything wrapped up, like, the main dude who would, like, run the classes at Herbalife, he goes, so how you like it, man? You ready to start buying products from me? And like I was just like, absolutely, man. Just I was like, you just gotta get me home first. All right, let's all go home.
That's where all my money is.
And you drop me off, and I'll talk to you about that on Monday, right? Because Monday is it was like the next day we went. That was like Friday or something. And as soon as they got me off that bus, dude, I didn't run away. I sped walked away. I was just like, I'm never going back there again. And he had my number too, and he was texting me. He's like, bro, you were like one of the best people we had. Because I started running the classes for a while too, and I wasn't even a member. Because when a dude would call in sick, right, like I would start running the fitness classes, and like I would, like basically whatever I would do, whether it's burpees, whatever, like they would copy me. And like, dude, I'm teaching grown adults. I'm like fucking 16, 17 years old in high school, and they liked my initiative. So they really, really liked me there, and they really wanted to like promote me. And so like whenever I wanted a free shake too, I'd get one, like every fucking time. Like no matter what.
You had clout, is what you're saying. You had tenure.
Yeah. I had tenure there. Like it was really dope, and it felt really good too. Because when you're that age and like you're picked out from all the other people in the class to maybe run the class, or like they promote you, it's like oh shit, you know, like I just leveled up. That's how it feels.
Leveled up.
Yeah, it was like it's like a mushroom from Mario. It's like, oh my god.
Dude, there was something in those
shapes.
It's a me. Okay, I see.
But yeah, dude, after that day, I go, oh my god, I almost just got in a cult. I was like, that was close. And yeah, I never went back there. And yeah, fuck that. Fuck Herbalife, man. Fuck those. There's a lot of companies like Herbalife too. It's not just Herbalife.
Oh yeah, I can't remember the one, but there was one a bunch of kids I graduated with got into like right after high school. I remember this one super hot girl that I was like in love with in high school. Like 2 years later, like just started messaging me out of nowhere. So I'm like, oh, here we go. And then like she said something like, oh, like come with me to a party, and I'm like, absolutely. And then she like said like where it was, and I was like, I forgot the name of the company, but I was like, is this like a whatever party? And she was like, yeah, and I was like, oh, bitch. I'm like, you just buttered me up trying to fucking get me to show up to this place so I can spend. I didn't go because I was like, oh, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to just fucking honey dip.
Damn.
So I punched her in the face.
Oh, well, fuck Herbalife.
Fuck Herbalife, man. That was scary.
My gym
because
sucks too.
because I got fucking. It was just a slow indoctrination of like.
That's how they all are.
Yeah, and it was like
Charles Manson comes up and he's like, "Hey guys, I know you heard some bad stuff about me, but
it's so like, and like, dude, I might still be in it today if it wasn't for that convention, because it was such a slow, small step at a time.
Yeah.
Getting you on board that like you don't realize that this is a road to hell paved with good intentions. You don't realize that. And then the convention, it blew me apart, and it was just too big of a step. Like if they would have fucking did it a little bit slower, and then we did that convention, I might have been fucking fully unfair brainwashed.
You think that they could have poisoned your mind if they went even slower.
If I was there for another year, and then I went to the convention, I would have had too much invested.
Okay, you understand?
And I probably would have been like, just my brain. It's just like I was so young, and like what happened there, like I don't know. I don't know what would happen.
His research scientists are going to watch this video, and they're gonna study this.
Yep.
And now he's going to know, if I just take the convention slower, I will get even the smartest of the bunch, and I will then have full control.
Yeah, it was,
you're doing him a favor right now. So you're welcome, Mr. Herbalife.
Well, I mean, they do use psychology there. They do. I mean, the way they try to manipulate you. It's all psychology based. Like I'm sure they have fucking a lot of psychologists like in their marketing schemes and like how they recruit people and like tactics that they use, because it fucking works.
The humming.
Works.
They're gonna listen to this and be like, the humming. That's where we fucking lost them.
The place was fucking vibrating. Okay, it was like a Celtics game.
Bunch of cicadas. You're just all out there.
It was fucking vibrating. I was like, oh my god.
Yes, the dark side.
Everyone's gonna start doing that doom doom ch, doom doom ch. And you're like, wait, what the fuck's going on?
That probably fucking happened at one point. I'm not even kidding.
Announcing the starting lineup now.
After the Rudy video, that's probably when they started doing it.
It's that guy's name's Sean Austin or something. He just actually comes out and you're like, that fucking Samwise? Like, hi guys, I started Herbalife. And you're like, god damn it.
Is that Samwise?
The fuck?
Oh.
Yeah, they had free cookies there though. That was good.
Were they protein cookies?
I have no idea.
Were they Oreos? Because I don't like Oreos.
There was peanut butter ones. Those are bomb.
Those would kill me.
Those are so bomb.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, I'm allergic.
Oh yeah.
You like Black Noir? You ever watch The Boys?
No, but
he is allergic to peanuts, right?
I need to watch.
He's like a super strong, and like you can't kill him, but he's allergic to nuts.
Have you not seen the first episode of The Boys?
No, but you guys keep telling me. I mean, I haven't seen. I see clips all the time too. It's wicked funny.
Yeah, I just finished the
Instagram.
3rd season.
Dude.
It's fucking nuts.
3 seasons, huh?
The
What is it? Isn't it on Prime Video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
First 30 seconds. That's all you have to watch, and you're gonna be fucking. It's gonna mind fuck you right off the bat.
Dude, well,
the
let me
first
tell
30
you,
seconds of the first episode. It's crazy.
I've been meaning to get around to The Boys because I like the concept of like comedic plus powers involved, but
It's like
super
realistic. It's like
R-rated, too.
realistic superheroes.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
what I've been watching was on Disney Plus. I don't know if you guys have already seen it. It's been out for a while now, but dude, I feel like I've been advocating it in this past couple weeks because I just watched it like to everyone that watches TV. But Kenobi.
Oh, yeah.
Disney Plus. Have you guys seen it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God. Can we talk about that? I
Let's
feel like
do
I've talked about it to people, but like they don't really know what's going on. Like they don't understand this show. There's no plan for a season 2. Like this is just a project, not even like a TV show, just a project. The piece after Revenge of the Sith, right?
Yep.
Darth Vader is my favorite character. He's in his prime in this
Yes.
show. It's 10 years later.
Yeah.
So it's literally, and then after Kenobi, 10 years later is A New Hope. So it's already set up perfectly. Like there's not meant to be any fucking more seasons, or it's almost like that whole series is like its own little movie. Well, obviously big movie, but like Revenge of the Sith, then 10 years, then this Anakin in his prime, especially in season or episode 6 where he has the voice mod and it's fucking going in and out.
Yeah.
That was so
Oh my
sick.
God,
That was sick.
bro!
That was
and you can
so
tell that
sick.
it's Anakin behind the mask. Like
Oh, you
the way-
know it's him when you see
know
it.
that
Yeah.
it's Hayden.
Yeah.
So, I watched the whole thing. It was fire, and I loved the way that the timeline. They picked the perfect time to make
Oh, it was
the
so
show.
good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It was supposed to be a movie at first, but Han Solo bombed so bad that they were like, we don't know if we want to
Really?
do it. Yeah, because Han Solo, I don't know if I never even watched the reviews. Are so bad that I just never ended up watching it.
I never watched it too
Nah,
because
I never
I
Yeah.
thought it was stupid. Because I was like, the whole idea of Han Solo is that it's built around. I can't fucking name the what's the actor's name?
Harrison
Oh my
Ford.
God,
Harrison Ford, yeah.
It's built around that
His
guy as a
persona
person.
it carries. It would carry that movie.
Exactly.
But like a younger version of him that's like
No.
trying to embody that character.
Yeah.
No, that guy.
It was a
just
Winter
doesn't
Soldier
work.
too, wasn't it? Wasn't it the same guy who played the Winter Soldier?
Someone who
know,
looked
actually.
just like him.
Yeah, it looked like him though.
Yeah. I don't think it was that guy, but it was someone who looked just like him. He didn't even look like Harrison Ford though, or anything like the young Han Solo.
No. I do like in Obi-Wan though how they did like kind of a Leia thing instead of a Luke thing, because it's like again,
Yeah.
like can we do like, because they never really did much of Leia as a kid, and that was an adorable little kid. So
She was pretty badass.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I mean, I didn't like. There were certain scenes where you're like, okay, she's running from 3 full-grown men.
Yeah.
in the forest, that
Yeah,
never
she's-
should have happened.
She's outrunning them.
I thought the same shit in that scene.
And I was like, and I also was thinking to myself, she's supposed to be 10, and I know that the actor actually is like older, but she looks like she's.
Oh, she looks like she's like
6.
7. Or-
Yeah, she's wicked young.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is a baby, and I don't know, but I really like at the end when the show was finishing, and then Obi-Wan was like talking about how she has traits from her mom and her dad, and then like he said that, well, it was funny if you think about it, because he said that traits from your mother, but then when he talked about what she got from her father was gifts, which I really like because I think Anakin's just special. So
It was so badass, that fight scene between the two of them. They're like throwing
my
rocks at each
God,
other
it
and
was
boulders. That was so
crazy.
fucking good.
it was
Very well
crazy.
orchestrated.
Especially in the
So
dark,
good.
while you saw was just the lightsabers. That was so fucking cool.
Yeah, the lightsabers are the only light source in that scene.
That was so.
That's what made it fucking so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's great.
actually, I didn't think about it like that, because I did like how the reflections from the lightsabers were far more emphasized, but I didn't think to myself that there really was no light anywhere else. It was happening at nighttime.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you could, it was like moonlight, but it was like the lightsabers is how you saw pretty much everything there.
Yeah.
I love how like you're saying how he was in his prime. Like you did a couple of Force things that were just like he ripped that whole spaceship and you were just like, holy shit! And, like he just
Yeah.
used the Force and destroyed that thing.
Dude, I started looking shit up, and so like based on like midichlorian wise, he's supposed to be, when he was Anakin with all of his limbs, he was twice as strong as Palpatine, but then supposedly now with the cybernetic limbs, he's 85% of what Palpatine is.
Holy shit!
So now he's a little bit weaker than Palpatine. But,
Yeah, because he lost some metachlorians when his limbs
yeah.
were cut off and stuff. Yeah.
So But at the same time, like, I've seen so many people make comments like, if he just rested before he went to Mustafar, he would have beat the shit out of Kenobi. He's like, because I feel like I got to drive home this point every time, because everybody talks about how Kenobi ultimately will always win, and it's like, it's only because Anakin is just arrogant. Like, if he just took a deep breath and was defensive, and then I immediately point to Reva, where I'm like, look at the fight he had with Reva, who was, you remember, she was the youngling, the little black girl. And when he was like, did you really think I didn't know, and all that bullshit, but he split her fucking Inquisitor saber in half, gave it to her, let her do a duel after he was only using Force. And if you look at, like, I don't know why I make all these comparisons, but if you notice every time that Anakin and Kenobi duel, Anakin always strikes first, and Anakin's always offensive, and then Kenobi's thing is always being defensive, and then not fighting with your lightsaber. And then you remember how, like,
yeah, there was that flashback scene where Anakin wins because he's being so offensively aggressive.
Yeah.
And then Kenobi is like, he tells him that that's his weakness, even though he won.
Yeah.
Well, Kenobi ended up winning that, though, because he had him for a second, but then...
Yeah, he literally took the lightsaber away, and then... But, I mean, it just depends on the way you're thinking about who's winning. I mean, and Anakin said, he's like, I just gotta win this duel. And then he did win, but then Kenobi's like, well, it can be not finished if I just try.
Yeah.
And then, so... I mean, he's, Kenobi's always trying to teach him something, but I feel like once Anakin became Darth Vader and he made a lot of realizations, because I feel like as Vader, he's physically stronger, he's a lot, like, taller and shit, because of if you notice in all the movies, he's way taller than he is in the other ones, because the legs are way longer, so he's fucking huge, and he's, like, a lot stronger physically, and I think he's, like, a little bit more wiser, he's, like, slower thinking, not, like, that he's dumber, but he's not quick to make decisions because he knows what happens. Like, your legs get cut off. So
you get set on fire.
So, like, with Reva, he doesn't think of her as anything. So I feel like when he was doing that Force stuff where he's, like, pushing to the side and that shit, that was crazy, right? That was masterful. But he was defensive. And he was also toying with her when he dueled. But when it came to Kenobi, Vader immediately struck first, and he's all over the place, and he's just like, it was pure hate. And so I think, my opinion is, Anakin is the strongest and he's always the best, but I think his relationship with Kenobi gets in the way, and it's like his emotional connection to him makes it so that
he can't win.
He just can't win, no matter how much better he really is. He can't win.
Because if you look at it at a logical standpoint, if Kenobi uses his training and Anakin uses his training, just because of the midichlorian count that Anakin has, logically Anakin should win every time.
Yeah.
Like, every single time. But because he uses his emotions, he just completely forgets his training, and that's when Kenobi gets the upper hand in defeating him every time. That's what happens.
I think the best Vader scene is Rogue One.
Yeah,
you just see his fucking lightsaber comes on and you're like, oh shit, and he just starts murdering people.
There's like a music video to that, and I forget it, but it's like...
He just holds that one guy up, and the guy's just in there for a while, and he's just like fighting everyone else while that guy's just in the air still, and then he... Oh.
You know what sent that home was the one Resistance guy in the back that turned around and was banging on the door, and he was just like screaming for help as you saw his lightsaber in the back killing other people.
Yeah,
that was a really good scene.
It was so fucking good. They're making a movie based on that dude too.
Yeah, a TV show.
Resistance guy.
Yeah.
Who?
The guy who brought them there to fucking like blow the place up.
He was
like the guy
smuggler.
Who died at the end. It's like a year before or like 2 years before, of like how they figured out.
He died on the planet.
Yeah, the guy who died on the planet with the chick.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are they making? Is it a movie or is it a TV show?
Hondor.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. You're right. It's called like Anderon or something.
Anderon, that's what it was.
Some bullshit.
I think it's gonna be it might be a TV. It might be. I don't know. It's Disney. They can do a movie and do whatever they want. They own everything.
Yeah, it's something like that. Anderon, some bullshit.
Lord of the Rings show comes out the 2nd of September.
This September?
This September.
Holy fuck!
The trailer dropped like yesterday, the day before.
Damn. Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch when I get home,
it looks
dude.
It looks amazing. I can't wait.
No idea. So on Prime Video, do they release it the whole season at once, or do they do?
With the boys, they do. Well, they released the first like 3, and then.
Okay.
And then week to week.
Well, that's fine. But do you think it's gonna be one by one per week?
They'll probably drop like the first 2, or the first one will be like 2 hours. Or, they'll do something like that, where like the first one will probably be super long.
Dude, this is gonna be. Now I forget. When does this take place?
I think it's 10,000 years before the Fellowship.
Really? Wow. So this is just before everything?
Yeah.
Wow.
So Sauron didn't even exist then, right?
I
No,
fucking
he
don't
did.
remember shit.
No, he
He
did.
was.
Because
I
that's
think-
when that famous line where when he's talking to Gandalf, and he's like, "I was there, Gandalf, 10,000 years ago, or whatever, about how he was there."
I think it's like because Sauron is just the elf guy, right? He's the elf guy that turns into the big
Turns
giant.
into
Yeah.
the corrupted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think he was. And elves are immortal, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah, so he's just an elf. So yeah.
Elrond, right? Elrond's the elf king.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what he says to
yeah.
Gandalf. I was there because he's talking about how the guy didn't destroy the ring.
Yeah.
He's like, I was there 10,000 years ago, and then they do the flashback
So
of that.
this show, what's the main plot? Like, is the ring actually gonna be in the show, or like?
Well, when was the ring? I'm trying to remember. I know that I remember from the game. Celebrimbor made the ring. I don't remember what
Yes.
year it was in though.
Yeah.
Because I remember Sauron had it made. You know, whatever the 9 for men, the fucking. I don't even remember the other ones, but I'm trying to remember when.
Well, the show's called The Rings of Power. I think it might have to do with the other rings, not the one ring. Because,
Oh,
9
yeah.
to men,
That's what
whatever.
I'm- yeah, yeah.
I think it has to do with that.
And they have really cool powers, like, well, I only got them from the game.
Oh, I'm sorry.
but,
It's 1,000 years before, not 10.
So, I mean, everybody that's immortal, we're probably gonna see. Do you think we'll see some type of Gandalf?
I don't. He hasn't signed on yet, so I don't know. You could though. I mean, how easy would that be?
I mean,
The second age of Middle Earth.
I mean, they have a lot of CGI anti-aging software now, so.
The orcs look so cool though, because it's actually people in costume again. It's
Thank
not stupid
fucking
CGI like
God.
they fucked up with in The Hobbit.
damn.
Thank God, Jeff Bezos. Thank God you saw. You saw.
It's way better. That's almost what. I mean, it's not that the Hobbits, those movies are bad, but it's just the CGI, and it's just like. But it was so much better when it was just guys and fucking makeup.
I know,
it's so much
right?
better.
Like the
Yeah.
drool, like coming out
It's
of
so
their
much
face,
better.
like it's
and everything
so
looks more
good.
authentic when they're actually fighting.
I
You
know.
can just tell like, oh, that's just
Right.
fighting a guy in a green suit right now.
I
It's
know.
not.
Yeah, like that. What was the name of that orc archer, or it was an Uruk archer, but I forget his fucking name. But he wasn't CGI. He was like in a costume and it looked really good. Remember he killed I forget who he fucking. He shot Boromir.
Yeah.
Remember he kept shooting him with the arrows because he was trying to get the kids away.
Oh, it looked awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if that was CGI, it would look like shit.
Yeah, it looked
and
like
plus
shit.
they couldn't have done CGI back then anyway, or it would have looked like fucking Shrek, literally.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, dude, in The Hobbit, the new CGI, you can see like the masses of elves. They were all like, you know how they slice the enemies like in sync, where they kind of like go down in a line.
Yeah.
You're just looking at it and you're like, this is clearly from just a computer.
Oh, the whole
Yeah.
like scene with them in the barrels going down like the
Yeah,
river and all
yeah.
like the side and like the and you're just like,
Yeah,
but
you're like, what the fuck is
but
going
no.
on? Yeah.
When they're all in front in the two towers, they all just start banging. You see guys yelling and
Yeah.
shit when they go down the line. Seeing people, you're getting hyped. You're like, oh fuck, these people are about to die.
Yeah.
If that's CGI, you're like, it's like a video game. That's kind of how I feel like. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, it's a big build up to like, I don't know, just a kind of a cop out sort of representation of what you were expecting. But I still love the idea. Like Lord of the Rings was always kind of my favorite universe, aside
Always.
from Star
What if they
Wars.
made like a Skyrim, but it was Lord of the Rings, and like you were just in that world?
You know what they?
oh, they mean
need to
Shadow
do?
of War.
Yeah,
Almost.
there's that, but like exactly like Skyrim, but it's in.
That dude,
But you're in
I
Middle
wouldn't.
Earth.
I'd probably
Middle Earth.
honestly, you wouldn't see me go to work. I wouldn't go to work for at least a couple
No,
weeks.
yeah.
I'd cash in
I'd
on
take a vacation.
Yeah,
I'd absolutely take a vacation.
Bro,
You
are
have
you
to,
kidding
man.
me? Like Skyrim, but it's just a whole new engine, 2022 engine, like
Yeah.
brand open world. Are you kidding
can
me?
They
pick
got
to be
they got
an
the
elf.
license
Be
too.
whoever you
You can be
want.
an orc or
You
an
can
elf
be,
or something like that.
God, it'd be life changing. It would go. My life would go downhill.
Be a
bro.
hobbit.
Yeah.
You can make it as big as Middle Earth too, so you can just go to all the.
You could be a world's giant hobbit.
You can be a troll.
I think I'd go wizard.
I think everybody would go wizard. To be
Have
honest.
you guys seen the Unreal Engine 5 Superman trailer?
I did.
No, but I've
Dude.
seen the engine itself and what it can do, and it looks like real life.
It
Like,
looks
like
so
this wall.
real.
It does.
It's outrageous.
It freaks you out a little bit.
Yeah,
you're like,
you're
holy
oh,
shit.
Fuck. But then you're like, I won't be able to run this on my computer.
Oh, yeah,
They
yeah.
gotta slow down with this Moore's
You're like, I
law.
just built one, and you're like, I'm not sure if this is gonna
Yeah,
even
like,
be
this is gonna be
available
tough.
for me.
Exactly.
Jesus.
It's supposed, that's like an open world Superman game, right? That's supposed to be.
So it was a Matrix demo, right?
Yep.
And that's how that was for the Unreal Engine 5. And then someone made a mod, so that because you were essentially flying around as
Maybe with Neo.
Neo, yeah, you were flying around as Neo, but they made a mod to where they incorporated Superman into there. So, and like they have a bunch of like moves and poses and stuff you can do in the air, and you're basically just flying around that demo as Superman, and it's just so beautiful. It looks great. It's just stunning.
That is sick. Like you play the Spider-Man games, the newer ones, awesome.
No,
Those are awesome games.
I've seen people play it. Like I don't have a PlayStation, so I never got around to it. I got a God of War 4 when that came out on PC. That was incredible. I know we talked on the podcast for a while.
That was the first thing we talked about. Actually, was God
Are
of
you
War.
talking about like the newest one?
The newest one. Well, the newest one that's coming out is God of War Ragnarok.
I'm thinking of like the one that was on
one
PS4
before.
where he has Atreus as his
Atreus,
son.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I didn't play it, but yeah. Sorry. I was
not
watching,
to think. I'm like, wait, is it?
Yeah, I was watching.
Let's just say every time you play it, your testosterone increases plenty.
You just chopping that tree down. You're like, why am I chopping this tree down? And then you realize it's because it's like for your wife who died. And you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, to burn her body. That's like the intro scene too. That's like what the menu scene is.
Yep.
He's just staring at this tree with his axe, and as soon as you press play, he just starts cutting.
Oh,
down.
really? So it goes from right in the main menu, just picturing his
staring at the tree with an axe.
That's really
and
good
as
way to
soon
do
as you
it.
press play, like the main menu screen fades away.
It's so sick.
And
That's
you're right
a good
in.
way to do it.
It's so cool. Such a cool way.
That's why I
intro.
gotta cop a game that's just graphically ridiculous so that I can enjoy this new computer. I was thinking of re-downloading Cyberpunk because the first time I played it, you know how it was all buggy and shit.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I played it now, I mean, CD Projekt Red, I'm sure they did a lot of updates and shit.
They did, yeah. I played it about a month ago, and it feels a lot better. The driving feels more like GTA now, so it's like it's so much better driving. But yeah, I want to upgrade my computer. I want to upgrade the GPU before I like.
What do you got now?
I got the 1660 Ti.
That's a pretty good one.
It's a good one. It's good, but I wanna be fully immersed in Cyberpunk. It's just like, for it to run at like 60 to 80 frames, I need to be at medium graphics, and I'm just like,
You know, I'll say that. So, like I was saying earlier, I said Moore's Law. Like every 2 years, supposedly, technology is supposed to increase exponentially rather than just by doubling. And so I'm just saying that the 1060, the 10 series was a really strong graphics card series. Like the 1080 was a I'll just use the term breakthrough series. However, the 16 series was not a breakthrough series because it's on the same architecture as the last one. But then when you move forward again and you go to the 30 series, that has changed architecture totally, and it's not even close to nearly identical versus the other two generations are very close to each other. Yeah. So you want to continue that path of 10, 3. You don't want to upgrade from one generation to the next. You always want to skip to the one above.
Because like I could have got like a 2080 or something, but I was just like, fuck that, I'm gonna go for the 30s. You know, like why would I invest in that card?
And that's a smart move.
Yeah,
definitely a smart move because exactly when you upgrade a GPU, always go 2 generations. And if you can't, it means that you haven't your GPU. You need to keep using the GPU until you can go for 2 generations above.
So is a 3060 Ti pretty much like a 3080? Like it's like.
I'd say that the 3060 Ti is like the 3070, probably a little bit stronger though because I got a version of it that's like XC, so it just means it has a little bit faster clock speed and a few more cores, but I'd say it's like just as strong as, a little bit stronger than the 3070 Ti maybe, or no, sorry, 3070, but yeah, the 3080 is the best. GPU in the series that you can buy. So obviously any 80 that you get from a 10, 20, 30 series is going to be really good. Like the 2080 is a great card. But I'm just saying the 2080 in comparison to the 1080 is not much better, but the 3080 is exponentially better. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, the 3080 is like an MSRP right now. It's like $800. So it's dropped, like it was at like 16.
Dude, I got my 3060 Ti for $450.
Nice.
Which is, I think it's pretty.
You get
standard.
that from your coworker too, or?
Yeah, I did because he bought a couple of them, but he just bought a 3070 for, I think he said like 5 something. I don't remember, something ridiculous. But They were wicked expensive a few months ago, but they seem to be getting better. I don't know. You just gotta be smart about it.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I remember.
Well, dude, this new job is fucking sick, and since I'm living with my daddy, I don't have.
Oh God, never move out.
I don't have as many responsibilities as Nick does, so.
I moved out when I was 21, and I'm always like, well, I had to. We got evicted from the place we were living at, and my mom was going to live with her boyfriend, so I was like, well, you're 21, Nick, figure your shit out. And I came here, and I've been here ever since, but...
Hey, that's God's blessing.
But I would love to have just stayed, just save up money. You're so much better off, though, like, going on your own with actually some money and not just like, I don't know if I can afford food.
No,
like,
that's exactly... Well, I mean, I pay him a portion, so I'm like, he's like, he wants me to stay there, too, because he just retired, and, you know, when you're not going to work and all that, there's really not too much that you have going on, so... And we have a close relationship, so it just makes sense. I'm like, I'll throw you. I mean, it's not like I'm there for free. I do have to pay money, but it's a much better situation than like, you know, doing it on your own. If you have the option to. You know? Just because I have the option.
Rent
to.
is insane.
Yeah,
right
like
now.
I just saw that the average rent in New York is well over $5,000. Average, like the average. People don't understand the word average. We're talking like. The Joe that you walk through the door is paying $5,000 a month.
Oh yeah.
So
I bet fucking 300 square feet apartment.
It'll be tiny. It'll be a studio.
Yeah. So I'm like, I think I'll try to hold out as much as I can until I have to, you know, relocate.
I mean, one bedrooms in Lowell. I bet you can't find one for cheaper than $1,400.
No.
Yeah.
And then you still got to pay. And then it's like, all right, when you need
I'm
first, last, and security.
Third of that.
Yeah.
So you know, I think
it's like, all right, $1,500 to move in, but you need $4,500 because they want first, last, and want security. And then you're like, well, I still got to pay utilities. Well, I want cable or something. And you're like, well, I want subscriptions. I still want my Netflix. There's just so much shit you don't think about. Then you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I know, and it piles on. Like, this is what it costs. Yeah.
I should next spring though. I'll be buying a place, a little house, a little fixer upper, or get a condo maybe.
Fixer-uppers are the way to go.
I got a lender, too. I already talked to a guy. Already gave me a figure of what I can afford and all that shit.
There you go. Kids making moves.
Making moves. Trying to get the fuck out of here. It's mainly just because my landlord's old. And I'm worried that, like, Paul's 82. And Linda's, like, 70-something. So I'm just like, all right, well...
They're going to expire?
Because they married later in life. So it's like they don't have kids together. So I don't know what's going to happen... Because he has kids and she has kids, but they're not each other. So I'm like, oh, God, what's going to happen at this place if they're gone? Because we pay wicked cheap rent here. So I'm like, all right, well, who's the place going to go to? What's going to happen to us? We don't have a lease, really. It's just kind of like handshake deal, essentially, you know? So they could just be like, get out of here. Wow. So I'm like, I'll do that before this happens so I'm not stuck.
Yeah.
Smart move. It's playing chess.
Yeah, either that or...
Yeah, it only took me 12 years to live in here to be like, maybe I should start thinking about saving.
Yeah, or get some type of documentation that I live here.
Yeah. We used to sign leases, but it was like literally when you could tell they just Googled lease and they just printed it out and you're reading. It's like the easiest, like, I name here, agreed to pay like that much rent, and that's all it was. And I'm like, all right.
Eventually you're like, do you just want me to give you the money? And,
yeah, that's just kind of how it is.
Yeah, just come back at the first.
I just knock on the door. Hello, here's your money.
Yep. That's honestly the way to do it.
Fuck that. You need a lot of money to get a house, too.
Dude, well, the place that I was working at, I was interning at, I got, like, the opportunity to apply for, like, a technician job there. And I was like, well, I could do school part-time, so I finished the semester, and then I applied for it, and I got it. I did not think that I was going to get it, because the youngest person there is, like, 33, and I'm fucking 20.
Yeah, so you're like, there's no way I'm fucking...
I was like, there's no way. And then they came in and they were like, well, you've been interning and you've been doing pretty much what you're already going to be doing with this job, so we're going to offer it to you. And then I was like, dude, fuck yeah. Because I'm fucking 20. What am I going to do, say no? Because I was getting so sick of, like, listen, your day-to-day job sucks after years, but... you also have to couple that with mentioning when you're doing school full time. If you're taking difficult courses, it sucks. It's in many's eyes, including my own, it's worse than the day-to-day job. I'm gonna be honest, because there's humanity in the everyday job. You're like, well, this is like you're just living your life. But when you're taking these classes and it's so complex I don't know, it feels almost unnatural, almost inhumane. You're like, what am I doing right now? And you get it done, whatever, I did well, but I was like, why don't I do this part-time? Why don't I climb slowly, but start making money and fucking do my own, start something that I can grow, or what's the word? Like get the experience now while I get the education.
Yeah.
So, and they pay for a portion of that too. So it seems like seems like a no-brainer, but I've blown my paycheck on these PC parts. But trust me, it was worth it. I texted this is how great the job is. My boss, I'm able to text my boss at 10:30 at night. I texted him, dude. I just said, bro. You know what? How about I read it? Because I want to give an accurate representation of what happened. But this is my directly higher up boss, who's an incredibly educated man, very good. And I just said, because I had some issues with the computer, and they were like, it was more complex because it had to do with since the components were the newest generation, I had to like update firmware because the motherboard was made at a date before that the support for that had come out. It was like something that you'd only find out by really running into the issue and then thinking about it. But I just sent him 10:19 p.m. yesterday. Bro, period. You have no idea. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever experienced, and I've had a lot of sex. I said, it runs ultra settings, 1440p at 144 with 0 stutter. And he's like, that's awesome, man. And he's like, it looks sick. I sent him some pictures, but I don't know. I can't do that to the boss above him, but I can at least do it with my boss. So if you get there, you're doing something right.
Doing something right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was fucking funny. I'm like, I'm going to tell these guys about that.
I've had a lot of sex.
No, dude, I was running
played a lot of
settings.
Kiss Where the P comes out.
Played
a lot of
Kiss Where the P comes out, and these virtual games are more fun when you have advanced equipment to play it.
If you ran like VR on it, would be insane.
Dude, I've seen some VR games. After I fucking watched Kenobi, I was watching this VR video, and this dude just using the Force. I'm like, I would love to plug that in and use that.
Fuck yeah.
My understanding is that it's pretty expensive, no?
VR?
Yeah.
It's like $1,200 for the setup. If you want like the Oculus and all that shit, yeah.
Is that the best one out is the Oculus?
Yeah.
Facebook has like a little gay one, don't they?
Yeah.
A little gay one.
It's got some
I'm
rainbows on it.
I'm going to hardcore pass on the $1,200 digital visor screen.
Yeah.
And I'll wait till the...
If I had like a chair like Ready Player One or something that I could get into and like I'm in the game,
suit?
then I'll give you the $1,200.
Did you see Ready Player One?
Oh yeah.
Dude, I was watching Ready Player One and I was like, this could be done. I was like, this could be done in real life. We just need more time.
Yep, just need more time.
But, because that's cool. Like, the treadmill that just keeps, you're running. Same ones you already have in the gym where it just runs into itself and then it was rotating 360 around.
That must feel so fucking cool. Like, you get the headset on, you're actually running.
Yeah, and then you're also strapped in.
You get strapped in, yeah.
And then, they added the suit so, like, they could actually feel pain if they got shot. I don't know if I don't want to do that. Maybe I'd do, like, you just feel, like, the pressure, like a little thing.
Yeah, you get punched or something.
Yeah. But I don't want to feel like a sting where you're like, oh.
Fuck that.
They had some weird scenes in there. Like, when some dude, they, like, touched someone's dick or something, and, like, virtually, and then he felt it on the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is weird.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, this is a kid's movie.
Like Total Recall.
As soon as after that, though, he got fucking riddled with bullets, and he's like, ah!
Yeah, exactly.
The price of getting sexually involved in a digital universe.
Like the Black Mirror episode with, is it Anthony Mack, the guy who, the Falcon?
Oh, yeah, the black guy.
Yeah, he's in an episode of I don't know if you guys ever watched Black Mirror, but it's a wicked, it's a fucked up show. And he like fell in love with somebody while they were playing like virtually online, but it was another dude, but the guy was playing as a girl character. And then like they met up, and the guy was like, it was like a scene from like The Notebook. They were like in the street, and like the one guy, not Anthony Mack, the other guy was like confessing all of his love to him, and then Anthony Mack just goes, "Just fucking kiss me, dude."
Oh shit, dude! No way. I couldn't. That could never be me. Imagine being like, this is who I was talking to. Come here,
he had like a wife and everything who was all like suspicious of it.
Yeah. I'd be like, nah, turn around, leave.
Fall for him. Virtually. You don't trust anybody online. You want to be like, dude, you're old enough to remember like AOL chat rooms. You can't just fall in love with some fucking VR thing.
Yeah. A lot of weirdos online.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ever been to chat roulette, Omegle? You guys ever did that?
I did that when it first came out, and there was a lot of wieners, so I gave up on that.
I don't understand that because, like, people always just skip that, don't they?
I mean,
like when those dudes are doing that, all they have is just people skipping.
They're getting off on the sense that someone
saw their pee-pee
for a brief millisecond. And they're like, oh.
They're like, oh.
I just don't get, like,
They looked at
what do you
it.
get out of it? Like, I've never just been like, you know what, it would be cool if, like, 100 random people just looked at my soft wiener right now. That would be fucking sweet.
Or like when they're going through it and then they get like a girl on there who skips them, they go, oh my god, she just saw it. You know, like fucking Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
Like that's what it has to be.
Coat.
But then you never know who it is. It could just be a guy bagging your groceries. Like, well, that guy was nice, but you have no idea. He's on chat roulette.
You know what's
fucking jerking it.
Stroking it.
You know what I thought of? Like I remember doing that when I was like 16 or whatever with my friends. We'd go on there, we'd fuck around. And I had this thought one time. I'm like, so we get the dudes with the penises. I'm like, what happens when the dude with the penises get each other? I'm like, they just freeze and they're just like, oh, they just both stop.
They get mad at each other. Come on, man. What the fuck are you doing this for?
Like, shit.
Just some, like, super obese naked chick. And you're like, oh, come on, lady. Like,
oh, dude, I saw this one video on Instagram where this girl was like, it was this wicked fat girl, and it was just like a selfie video, and she was just like, when his name starts with D, and it was like a bunch of love symbols, and she was like all flattered, and then all the comments were horrible, bro. The names were like, because she's like, the name starts with D, so somebody put the whole menu, and somebody put
man.
like everything had to do with food, and like everything had to do with food and fucking Denny's. I was just laughing my ass off.
The internet is undefeated, though. When you need to laugh, sometimes I just go to the comment section. And I'm like, wow, people are brutal.
And like the worst insults had the most likes, and then you'd see people
Yep.
saying something like, "Can we have some positive vibes?" And they have no likes.
Oh, you always got one person that's just like, man, you're like,
They're
this isn't what the
downvoted
internet is for
to
at all.
eternity.
Yeah, the one person tries to be like righteous, and then everybody just fucking beats them down.
Yeah,
They're like, stop trying to be.
Your mother's a whore. You're like, dude, I'm just trying to. The fuck.
Yeah.
I used to do that early on with like ESPN, like sports and stuff. I'd read something, especially like when the Pats were kicking ass back when I would just go and just to hop on and people like fucking Brady cheated and just like get in it with people or whatever. Like I'm like I gotta stop doing this.
Deflategate.
Yep.
Did he actually cheat?
No.
No, I didn't know. I had no idea.
He's still the GOAT. I don't care what he did.
I mean, 7 Super Bowls.
I was like,
care at
why would
all.
he deflate the ball? He's already doing great.
I just don't think like why would
Do
he
you think it
do
even
it?
would've
If somebody
changed
else,
the
I mean,
game?
somebody. No, we beat them by
That's
like
what I was
40
thinking. I'm
points
like,
that
who
game
gives a
too.
fuck? Is it really gonna change?
The air molecules in the ball would have changed the game completely,
Well,
and they would have won.
The weird thing about it is that like when that came out, Aaron Rodgers says, "Yeah, I like to overinflate my ball." Nobody cared about that. No one was like, "That's not a big." He literally does it like higher than what it's recommended, but everyone's like, "Oh, that's different." Like, what do you mean that's different?
He's specific fucking amount.
Yeah,
He's like, I want to overdo
PSI
it.
or whatever. Yeah.
But then if he underdoes it, and it probably wasn't even his doing, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
It was only a big deal because he was doing great.
That
Fucking
fucking
just looking for anything. It's
Yeah.
Brady.
He
that
was
ball
doing
boy got
great.
fired though. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, and then Brady probably slipped him $100,000.
Thanks, kid.
So you're gonna get fired after this, but take this briefcase.
So much money. Do you see how much money he signed for to do commentary when he's done playing football?
No, how much?
10 years, $300 million.
Holy shit.
I think he's gonna be on Fox, but he's gonna be when you're watching the game, Brady's gonna be up there making $300 million.
You're not even gonna hear a word he's saying. You're just gonna be like $300 million. $300 million.
That's
And
more.
you're just
That's,
starting
I
a
think
fucking
they
seizure.
said it was like double what he's made as a player.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna be like, the words he's saying right now are worth so much money.
So much money, and you figure he only works 1 day a week.
Jesus.
Every vowel is at least $500.
Oh.
That's, just calculate that shit in your
Well,
head.
dude, think about how much money he's probably just drawn in over the years.
Oh yeah.
I feel like if they're paying him that much, because he's been in it for longer than 10 years, if they're going to pay him $300 million over 10 years, that's just Fox.
Yeah, what are
Think
they gonna
about
give
how
him
much
at?
he's raised. I bet he's raised billions.
Oh, and his wife is fucking worth more money than he is too. So it's Jesus.
Yeah, she's pretty hot.
Giselle.
They just have these debit cards and it says anything's free. That's what they are basically at this point.
Those cards that you don't think exist, but they do.
Yeah.
Everything's free. All of it.
It's insane how much money.
Fucking me and my friend we did the math for Elon Musk. We wanted to I think I told you this before.
Yeah.
We did the we started talking bullshit about how rich like Elon Musk was or whatever, and he has like I think it's over $1 trillion now, right?
Holy shit.
His net worth?
$999 billion.
No, he's like 200 billion or something like that. He's not even
something like that.
Yeah, no, he's not even close.
I don't know.
There's no trillionaires.
Whatever. We looked it up on Google and we saw his net worth, whatever the fuck it was, and literally we did the math and we were like, oh my god, like this dude, he could buy a state of property, a state, an entire state worth of property, and still have money left over. And he could just put a fucking fence around the state, and he's like, this is mine.
He just owns Indiana.
This is mine, like the village.
Musktaw, he's gonna buy Utah, and he's gonna Muscarado. He's just gonna find whichever state it works the best with. Massachusetts.
Like, what if he did that though? Like, what would happen? Would there still be a mayor? Would he be the mayor?
Why do you think?
Why would you need a mayor for one populace of one person? There's one person.
The emperor.
It's just him. His family can't even come in.
I mean, Bill Gates owns more land than like all the farmers combined in America. So.
Did you see? He said he's going to give away all of his money.
Yeah, he's not giving it to his kids.
He tweeted out that saying that in the next coming like whatever, I'm going to be virtually giving away all of my money.
Well, his wife took a lot of it when they got divorced.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna have essential. I mean, he'd be stupid not to like make sure he's all set.
But yeah, absolutely.
But he said he's gonna be giving all of that shit away.
Yeah, because I know he said a long time ago that he's not gonna give it to his kids.
Yeah.
Which would be shitty. You'd be like, Dad, what the fuck?
I also saw.
I want to live life for free forever.
Giving it to Joe Schmo on Twitter.
I saw that Elon Musk pulled out of that Twitter deal. Like, he's not going to buy Twitter now.
Because all the bots, he was saying that he wanted, like, and Twitter's, like, trying to act like there's not, like, half of Twitter is bots, and he's like, well, let's get rid of all those. And, like, what do you mean? There's no bots? What?
Yeah, now they said they were going to sue him. Supposedly they're going to sue him.
$44 billion.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking money. Can I get, like, $20?
Yeah.
Come on, Elon. I'd say give me all the cash you want, but he doesn't carry cash.
He doesn't carry cash, just platinum cards. Corporate credit cards.
Yeah. He seems mad efficient. He probably has one card. He doesn't even carry a wallet or anything around him. He just has one card.
He seems like a minimalist. Like, he only has one of each thing.
All super rich people are super minimalist. Like, literally buying shit from the dollar store. Like, Bill Gates.
He bumped into that homeless guy at Family Dollar.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, he's stocking up too. They both got like $500 worth of shit.
We both must be fucking loaded. Wow.
Right. What are you into crypto? What are you? That's insane how much money that is, though. 200. That's probably more than like nations have.
Yeah, dude.
Like, how much money do you think Uganda has? You think they have $230 billion to just be?
No, and
absolutely not.
If they do, it's through corruption.
Yeah. He could buy a country, never mind a state. He can go get like Somalia. Be like, this is mine now.
He could buy
I'm a pirate.
He could own the continent and become
God. He just gets Australia. How much is Australia worth? Can't be that much.
I mean, wasn't Australia just like a massive prison?
Yeah.
Land for prisoners to be exiled to?
Yep. That's why they still use the Queen in their money, I think.
Now they all talk from England. All the prisoners got together there and they just invented a new way of speaking.
Poor Aborigines. That was their Native Americans. They're like, wait, but we've been here. And they're like, yeah. Go to the desert. Here's your desert.
Did you guys have to read the book Great Expectations in school?
Great Expectations? No.
That sounds familiar, but I don't know.
But that's, who's the author again?
I don't remember.
Dickinson?
But it just made me, Emily Dickinson, maybe?
It's something Dickinson, yeah.
Charles
Dickinson.
We're figuring it out.
I have no fucking idea.
Something.
But it just made me think of it because, like, this kid had, like, a benefactor who was sending money from Australia because he was a prisoner, went there and started making money. Made me think of that, but...
Good old Australia.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I don't want to be in a... I think we talked about this last time when you were on, too, about Hobbiton, but then I was like, it's like a 24-hour flight or something like that, getting over there. It's like, I don't know if I want to go that bad to be...
I know.
Where is that located again? Netherlands?
New Zealand.
I
feel like I'd like to see it for, like, a few hours, but then you'd be like, I'm far from home.
After the tour, I'd be stressed the whole time just thinking that. Like, fuck me, I am on the other side of the planet right now.
At Joe Rogan, dude, we were in Boston and I was worried. We're like, we're going to be late. We're going to fuck because of Joe's fucking... Yeah. Why was he so late?
Enough, Joe.
The show started an hour late.
Yeah.
And then we asked the security guy there, we're like, what's going on? He goes, all comedy shows start an hour late. That's just how it is. Everyone else in the fucking stadium knew, but us.
Yeah.
We were all everyone else there, came,
lights are still on and shit. We're like, what's going on? They're like, what are these fucking losers doing here this early?
We're there an hour and a half early, right?
We slammed down another cheeseburger.
We go sit down like 30 minutes before the show.
And we were worried about being on time.
Yeah.
I'm always worried about that shit. I'm one of those people. If you like be there at 3, I'm at like 2:50.
Yeah.
Is this too early? I bought tickets to go see Louis C.K. He's going to the Low Memorial Auditorium.
No shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's close.
When's that?
August 19th.
Nice.
Louis C.K. The dude who likes to jerk off in front of girls.
Yep, but at least he admitted it. He's not like everybody was like, dude, it was false. He's like, yeah, it happened, but I asked him before. He goes, I never did it in front of anybody that I didn't ask.
Yeah. Seems like it was just some girl afterward who was like, he's so weird, he just wanted to jerk off in front of me.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it turns into, he's a predator.
Just look at it like they do on Omegle. Just
Because
look
I was
at
like,
it.
I was thinking to myself, I'm like, he's not a threatening guy. He's just a fat dude.
He's a fat ginger.
He's not going to hurt you. He's going to just jerk off in front of you.
That's all.
Just walk away.
Probably got a little wiener. What are you worried about?
Yeah. He's not going to hurt you. And that little thing's certainly not
Yeah,
gonna.
come on.
I want to water gun you from across the room.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I can just... I'm going to hang around afterwards. Maybe I'll run into him while he's leaving. Oh, wait!
Hey, what do you got there? Give him a little smack on the ass.
What are you doing there? I'll, like, air jerk him off on the outside of his bed. This guy, we all know it. Yeah, that should be good.
That'd be funny. Take a selfie with him.
Yeah.
Take a picture.
They're not going to
with him.
take your phone to this one, at least, because it said, like, cell phones aren't allowed, but if you're seen with one, you get kicked out. I'm like, all right, at least I can have my phone on me.
Yeah. I don't like how they literally put it in a bag and everything. Pissed me off. And then I broke the one that I had. But it still
I
didn't
did
come
too.
out. Yeah.
You saw a couple of them on the ground when we were leaving, like how other people figured this shit out, too.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It's like, as much as I love Joe Rogan, he's not, like, the best stand-up comedian. You know what I mean? There's funnier I mean, he's a great storyteller.
He was pretty
but it's
drunk
just-
up there.
Oh, yeah, but it's just
Yeah,
like,
he
why?
got pretty
Why?
drunk.
I mean, not gonna record it, but, like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, like I
what do
would
you
have rather
relax,
seen
dude?
Dave Chappelle would have been hilarious.
Oh, yeah,
Dave
like Bill
Chappelle's-
Burr. I'd rather see Bill Burr. It's
Oh,
like,
dude, Bill Burr. I've been watching clips. Dude,
His
him on
new
Conan-
special at Red Rock.
I haven't watched it yet.
Dude, it's so
Was it good?
It's so good. It's great. I watched it last night while folding laundry, and I was dying laughing. So
Yeah, I
good.
gotta watch it. I just want to have the time to actually sit and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Billy Redface.
Billy Redface.
Oh my god.
So what else is up?
Lola's
else
drinking
is
some
up?
water. Everyone can hear that.
That's what I sound like.
You got a bowl in your room? Get down on all fours. That's your thing.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
God.
But the internship at your work, like, what are they looking for like qualifications? Do you need like anything, or is it like?
So town of I work for the town of Andover, and they have a technology department that has 3 different sections to it, where there's customer service, solutions, and then platform. Platform is like the network aspect. So we have internet that we provide to the whole town. So someone's in charge of that, which is the job I'm ultimately going for. But then that's the managerial spot there is the network architect, the platform architect. But then on the solution side, you have the people that deal with software engineering, like they deal with all the software, the applications that the teachers use, any faculty use, like anybody that's employed by the town, like municipal services, the water treatment plant, anybody that's funded, their paycheck comes from the town.
Yeah.
We're responsible for the technology they use. So that also includes the schools, because the schools are funded by the town. So teachers and all the kids, and then anybody that works as electricians, whoever the fuck needs something. So I work as a technician now, and then the name is Tech Specialist 1, but then once I graduate, I'll be able to become a Tech Specialist 2, and then from there, like right now I have to do, it's like, again, what a technician would be, pretty standard, is just go to all these places I mentioned and then just fix shit.
Yeah.
And then a tech above me, Tech 2, would be more focused on rather than like helping people on the fly, it would be like project based, where we have all this big thing that we need to get done for these people, and then they plan it out, and then it's usually the Tech 1s that go and execute it. So then above that would be either a manager or a position in a different department. But for me, it would be Tech 2 and then to a network architect. So if you're into the software engineering, it would be the solutions team, or just helping people when they don't understand how to use certain applications. It's just like more so the back end of our management system and what software we use. So you have to know all those answers. And accounts, like they're like, I have an issue with this, that, and I can't sign in. That's solutions. Customer service is like providing the actual devices, fixing the devices. I have to do like physical repairs. You have to ready the devices, deliver the devices on site. There's all kinds of, like in the schools, they use projectors and microphones and their own laptops, and they use iPads, and we have to and Chromebooks, and then the traditional teacher laptops and all kinds of desktops, and then they have very specific technology for different departments. Like the water treatment plant has these like 360 degrees of these flat screen TVs, and they all have statistical data on how the machinery, the mechanism for the water treatment plant works, because that's, all that stuff has to be constantly running, because that's the water that people are drinking in the town. And so I guess I'm more so the person, they call it an entry level job, but the pay isn't as entry level, because I refer to entry level as like somebody who just answers calls and then will like reset a password as entry level.
Sure, yeah.
But now I'm at the point where like I do have a couple projects of my own, so I guess when I go to apply for Tech 2, I can mention that I've done projects as well, but it's stuff along those lines. So to answer your question, it's those three departments, and pretty much you're either a platform engineer for network, you're a solutions analyst on solutions, or you're a technical specialist. I'm a technical specialist.
So you started in the network department.
I'm starting in the customer service department because that's tech specialist. That's what a technician is. But then after I become a Tech 2, I'll be moving to network, because then I'll graduate. Because I couldn't take that job without having graduated, because I haven't graduated yet. But once I do graduate, I'll pursue that. And if somebody is in the managerial position in network as a platform architect, I could just be a platform engineer until they leave, which makes virtually the same amount of money, so it's not a problem. But I don't even know if I'll stay there forever, but it's a pretty good place to start. Like, you have a pension and everything, you have a retirement, and you get all kinds of benefits. It's a union, so.
Yeah, because you said you started in the customer service side of it? Yeah.
Yep, and I started May 27th, and I got 2 promotions, so I'm already step 3.
Nice.
And
are they looking for people like right now, or is it like time-based, or?
They're looking for people who either know how to program, or people who are good technicians.
Okay.
Yeah, they could use either a technician or a solutions analyst, somebody that's programming, because the programmer just left, and the customer service department's always short, because we do a lot of all the footwork. Like
so like in the internship area, they willing to like train you, or do they want you to come in like with a pretty good amount of knowledge? Or?
If you're going to intern, you can come in with absolutely zero experience whatsoever.
Okay.
But the difference between an intern and a Tech 1 is massive. Like, an intern gets $14 something an hour, and zero benefits, obviously, and it's mainly part-time, depending on how much you can work. Right. If you can do full days or 5 days a week, that's great, and you can, but versus a Tech 1, you have a retirement, a full salary, and all the benefits. Like I working at Hannaford's, I was making 14 something, and might even been less than that at the time, like 13,
probably.
50. It sucked, and I was working part time too, and fucking that cunt Jeff never even gave me the only Sundays I wanted. We already talked about that. So
did you start at Tech 1, or did you?
Yeah, I started as a Tech 1.
Okay. Yeah.
And like I said, that they've never hired a person as young as me, so I didn't think it was going to happen, but it sets me up, because by the time I'm 30, I already have like a full retire, like I could retire.
Yeah.
I wouldn't make, it's obviously I wouldn't take home a great percentage of it, because it's only 10 years in, but.
And what do they start you at, like 20 an hour for like Tech 1, or?
Well, I'm making a little over 30. I skipped the 20s. So I'm making like, after the 2 promotions, it's over 30, but I don't know whether it's like 33 or 34. But Before the promotion, it was 31. So I went 2 steps. So I think it's a 6% raise. I know it's thousands more a year. Only not too many, like a few thousand more a year, which isn't a lot, but 6%. I know that it made the pay go from. Well, what the fuck? I'm telling all the money. Well, I mean, you know what? I'm going to be honest. I'm 20 years old. This is my first like official, real, full job where I've signed a salary. So I really don't care if I say it to a bunch of people. It doesn't really matter. It'll be different a year from now.
Yeah, what's your social?
But I was making. I know. I'll tell you my social security number as well.
Your PIN.
But Thanks. It's the same amount of money each week. I started $8.57, and then after the 2 raises, it's $9.11, as in September 11th.
Oh shit! Conspiracy.
So now it's $9.11, and the last 2 weeks it has gone to computer parts and McDonald's.
Do you put a certain percentage for retirement? Like, do they match?
Yeah, I have to put aside a certain amount of it. Like originally, it's like 1,200 something. But so much fucking money is set aside with taxes and retirement plan that it comes out to like 9 something, but 9/11, but
right.
It's September 11th,
2001.
But it's a pretty good gig to start. Obviously the setback is my school will finish way slower. Like it's because I'm not taking 6 classes a semester. I'm taking 1, maybe 2.
Yeah.
So, but whatever.
You don't live fucking life though.
That's what I said. I was like, I'm sick of this shit. Anyway.
Yeah, because I'm working as a data analyst for a lab out in Tewksbury right now. So.
Oh, so you got that job? You're telling me that? Yeah, that's fucking sick.
So it's $20 an hour. Like I want to transition to like a tech job, probably what you started in, eventually, or like whenever it comes up. But yeah, like this job's good for now. Like I just do this, and then like I have to do school part-time anyways, so might as well try to transition to somewhere where it's better experience more, for the field I'm going down, because this is
your first Smirnoff
good.
Right there?
Yeah.
Smirnoff, red, white, and berry.
Oh.
Tyler texted me and he was like, "Get beer," and then he was like, because I wasn't gonna get anything like this. I was like, I was thinking like a Sam's or something, and he goes, "No, just go to the gay section and get."
I told him that. I was like, "I'm gay. Give me some fruity shit, dude." Yup, I'm enjoying it. It's good.
I won't lie to you though. When I was there was a couple of girls walking around, and I was real tempted to just be like, "Hey, what do you guys get? Like, what are you here to buy?" But then I don't want to be creepy, like.
Yeah, they would have been like, "Oh, why are you asking us that?"
Now I'm making up fake conversation in my head. I'm like, all right, maybe I'll say my girlfriend wants me to get her something, and I'm like, why am I having this conversation?
Like,
yeah, like having
like I'm overthinking.
Yeah, I'm like, what am I doing? Just get some fucking beer, get out of here.
Yeah, isn't that so annoying about the human race? You're like, I want to ask these girls, but then they're gonna think that I care about them, and I fucking actually want their attention. It's like, I don't give a fuck about you. Just tell me what you would drink.
Yeah, what do you want to drink? What is this? I'm not buying it for you.
Yeah, girls will be like, you dare ask me a question without you wanting to fuck me? You definitely want to fuck me.
Don't even want to make eye contact sometimes. I'm like, I don't mean anything.
You're just like,
miss.
Tell me your favorite flavor over here. What's your favorite drink?
Until they start crushing beers in front of me, and I'm like, wow.
And they're like, where's my wallet?
I made a mistake.
Where's my wallet?
That I'm in danger meme.
Oh.
Yeah.
How long are we on for right now?
Hour 45.
Oh God.
Holy shit! How long do you guys usually go for?
This is maybe an hour.
Yeah, about an
hour.
Really?
Yeah, about an hour.
Shit,
it's usually around an hour, a little less.
Dude, well, this is fucking.
We had to catch up though,
I mean, it's Saturday, dude. It's only 3:50.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Fuck that. I gotta work at 4 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's awful.
His nose is in his mic.
I'm literally just laying on my mic right now, just thinking about waking up at 3:15 in the morning. Waking up birds, they're like, bro, what are you doing up?
Yeah, the birds are sleeping. They're not even up yet.
Every time I wake up that early and I take out Lola, I'm always just like, there's going to be a fucking skunk back here because she's gotten sprayed twice. Yeah. So I'm always back to like, please, God. I don't want to battle a skunk at 3 a.m.
Yeah, so you'll be asleep in a couple hours.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're going to wake up 12 hours from now.
Yep. It's nice because everyone's like, oh, well, you get out at 12:30. I'm like, yeah, but I'm tired because I want to sleep at... I woke up at, like 3:15 in the morning.
Damn. Yeah, I know. You're always there working early.
It is nice, though, leaving. Closing sucks.
Closing always sucked.
We got one clerk right now. We have one guy to close.
How's he doing? Is he doing good?
He's all right, but he's just frail little kid. He's got to be like 110 pounds maybe. He can't lift the rendering barrel. Sometimes he just leaves them because he can't dump them in the barrels and stuff.
No.
Yeah.
I remember picking those up. They were heavy as fuck. They'd be like, just go grab another associate. And I'm like, no.
I know. Anytime they say that, I'm a fucking man. All right, I'll figure this out.
Like, I'm going to go over to produce and ask fucking this ginormous hulk of a person to help me.
Yeah.
Like, they can't even support their own weight.
Go to produce and ask Aphrodite. My God.
Is she still working there?
Yeah.
Really?
She came in the other day in a little fucking short skirt thing. I was like, oh my fucking God, who is this? and then she went into the punch clock, and I was heading there too, and I'm like, I'm not following. Now it's like that thing again. I'm like, no,
I'm following you. Don't think that.
I'm just glad I had to go this way. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that she is like 5'10", and I'm 5'9", so I think she's taller than me.
Yeah. Smoke show.
Is that a rule of yours? You don't go for any taller?
I mean, if they're the same height, I'm fine with it, but not taller.
Okay.
I can't look up to
I
you.
don't.
I'm
No,
sorry.
I can't
I'm not
do
going to
it.
look up to you. And most girls are
Can't
like
happen.
5'1".
That's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In case you ever get in a fist fight together, I
Fucking
don't want
whip
her
him
to actually be able
around.
to take
Yeah.
me.
Bro,
Like,
I would never even get to that point. They would be way gone before they would get to the point where they're going to have a fist fight.
just
with
squares up with you one day, and you're like, well, I'm not a bitch. All right, fucking,
All right, feminism. Here we go.
this is what you want to do.
She just wakes up and you're like, how you doing?
How you
Did
doing?"
you learn your lesson?
Or it's the opposite. She's standing over me, and
Oh my God.
I'm sleeping.
She's like, damn, you went down like a bitch.
Fucking world star. Just kidding. I don't hit women. Someone's gonna hear this one day.
That's so funny.
I won't lie to you. There's sometimes where like someone will page me or something, and every once in a while I'll think, oh my God, did they listen to the part? Because I say fucked up things about Hannaford here sometimes. So every once in a while I'm waiting to just go up into the manager's office, Randy, and just sit down and him just like hit play, and I just hear me just saying just something fucking horrific, and I'm just sitting there looking at him like,
That wasn't me.
Oh, that wasn't me.
That is fucking so funny.
some Nazi comment or something I made. I'm like, no, I was joking. It was.
I was joking. He's like, you're fired.
I was joking. I was joking.
Yeah, I
was
start doing that.
I was joking.
Come on.
Hail, praise Judah. Nah, Hannaford's was a love-hate relationship. Some days I liked there because I was like blazed. I could put in my earbuds.
Yeah, the day you
I
ate like
literally-
500 milligrams, I was like, I think
Dude.
Luke's gonna die.
Dude, I still tell people about that day because I don't. Oh my God.
Didn't you shut down? Like you weren't talking at all?
I didn't shut down, but I definitely was not talking. I was razor focused because all I was thinking about was, I'm so high, I don't want to like fall behind, and like it to be Peg's coming in, she's like ready to go, and I'm like, I'm not even halfway done. So I was like just thinking to myself, I gotta make sure that I actually do the work. So I was just so focused, I like wasn't even talking, and I was like, Nick probably thinks I'm so zooted, and I was.
Well, you
But,
told me before. Well, no, you didn't. When I asked, I said something, and you were like, dude, I just ate like 500 milligrams. I'm like, what the
It was like
fuck, bro?
For some reason, there were specifically 215 milligrams each. These fucking TKO like chocolate bar things.
That's so much.
And I ate 2 of them, dude, and it was 430 milligrams. And I just remember like, at the end of the night, you were long gone. Obviously, you left at like 6 or whatever, and I cleaned up and I was grabbing shit after, because you know how, what is it called, like fixing the shelf where you're blocking the shelf or whatever it's called?
Yeah, facing everything.
And I was like, after I did that, I was like, I grabbed mac and cheese and I grabbed bacon and I just started grabbing shit. And she was like, oh, what is this for? And okay, you have to understand that when you're this high, like, you lie for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, I could have just said, well, I haven't eaten yet today, so I figured I'm going to go home and make this.
This is dinner.
But I literally was thinking to myself, I'm like, she probably thinks, I'm like, why would somebody buy all this shit for themselves? A sober person would say to eat dinner. They're buying food to eat dinner. But I just said to her something like, oh, it's my dad's birthday, so I'm cooking him something to eat. For some reason, bro. Like, there was no reason to lie. And I was like, yeah. It's his birthday. So
It's not for me.
And she's like, it's so nice. Like, that's so nice of you. Well, happy birthday to your dad. I was like, why did I lie to her?
Yeah.
I should just been like, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten yet.
That's all you gotta say. Mind your own business, bitch. And then that's all you gotta.
Is she still working there?
Oh yeah, I love Peg. Peg's
Yeah,
awesome.
She's awesome. She is awesome.
I know the funny fucking weird shit you do when you're high.
I still don't know how I did that.
450 milligrams. If you eat like 50, Tyler would be like, Jesus.
Yeah, no, I seriously.
I ate an edible in Colorado. I remember, like, I was there for like 2 days, like, with my friend, and like we smoked some weed and stuff. And I remember, like, we would go to bed at night and we'd wake up and I wouldn't be high anymore, right? But we smoked a lot during the day. And I remember the edible night, I went to bed, I woke up, I was still high. I got fucking so scared, all right? Because I woke up and, like, it was still metabolizing. Right? So I'm like, I'm still high when I wake up. I was like, I thought I was going to sleep this off. And then I almost had an anxiety attack, and I said, you're okay. You're okay. Calm down. Don't be a little bitch. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. And then I just took a deep breath, and I was like, okay, this might be permanent.
This is how I am now.
I was like, this is who I am. Literally, in that moment, I was like, this might be who I am. I have to accept this right now. I was like, I'm fucked.
Yeah, you don't ever want to be that guy. Call 911. That guy, come down. It's just an edible. You'll live.
Yeah.
I can't breathe. Though I've been there, though. I've been so high to the point where you're like feeling your chest. Like, am I breathing? What?
Yeah, but like it's totally different when you start like freaking out to other people. There's a difference between like knowing that you're fucked up and you're like, all right, I'm geeking, so
yeah,
I need to
I gotta
chill.
just get my shit together.
Versus being like, you're geeking, but then like imposing it on other people.
Yeah, it makes it worse for everybody.
Yeah, you're like, I don't want to be around you if you can't handle it. Like,
yeah.
I know you can't handle it, and I can't, but like. Act like you can, you know, like I am. So
please,
yeah, like why do you have to act all out of whack? Just chill.
Just chill.
That's the whole point.
It'll be over soon.
All my friends told me they tried I tried the edibles and I started crying. I just started freaking out. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, what do you?
You're a fucking idiot.
Get it together.
Just never do it again.
What?
Just, yeah. So.
I just became a couch potato. That's what the fuck happened to me.
Dude,
I was scared to walk. I was like, if I get up, I'm gonna fall. Like, it was like
spaghetti legs, just go right the fuck down.
Cause like what was combined with it too was dabs, right? Like, cause like we were passing around a joint, okay, and I remember like when we were in Colorado, like Game of Thrones, it was like the 6th season just started, or it was like the 5th season or something. So that new episode is on, and we were having like a Game of Thrones party at my friend's place, and we were all smoking, and they passed around the joint. Then I was like, okay, I'm high. I'm like, all right, cool. This is like the 6th time I've been high out here. All right, let's do it. I'm going to have to rewatch this episode after. It's fine. And then the guy came around with the dab thing, and he goes, all he kept saying when he would hand it off is, a dab will do ya. That's all he kept saying.
That's what you remember?
A dab will do ya.
So
A dab will do ya. A dab will do ya. Every time he hit it, he goes, a dab will do ya. Right? But
That dude has no brain cells left.
He would hit it right after he hit it and be like, oh, dab will do ya. And I'm like, that's 2. Well, you just said a dab will do ya. I was like, that's singular.
lot
What do you
of
want him
dabs,
to be like, 2 dabs will do you?
He just keeps going.
74
dabs will...
How many dabs does it take to get to the center of my brain's destroyed?
Yeah.
When we first got there, he hit like 3 in a row. And like, yeah, that's the first time I heard it. He goes, dab will do you, man. Like, that's the only sentence I heard from him all night. Like, he had no other words. Like, that was...
Fucking time traveling. That's what he was doing. He was...
He had no other words.
He's going back to his previous self 5 seconds later, telling him to stop hitting it. Stop, dude. A dab will do you. Oh, all right.
Oh, like that fucking Key and Peele episode where he kept he's like, you know what? Let me hit that. And he's like, you just hit it 5 minutes ago, and we've had this conversation 10 times.
And when I got it and I hit it, that was my first time doing a dab. And dude,
no, thank you.
That shit hits you hard. Like, it's not like weed. It doesn't come on easy. And like I hit that, and then and then after that, I was just like, okay, I'm really fucked up. I'm like, I don't even know what's going on. They passed it around again, and for whatever reason, like, it was just in synchronicity with them passing it. Like, I just hit it again, and I felt horrible. Like, I was just almost dead at that point. And then I was pretty much in a weed coma. And that's when they broke out the edibles. Okay, that's
you're in too deep.
My first time trying the edible was after 2 dabs and like then passing around like 2 or 3 joints, and
fucking process overload, dude.
Yeah, dude. Like it was bad, and that's when I popped 1 edible, and like I didn't think it was a tiny little edible too. I was just like, okay, it's like a little gummy candy. I'll do this, and then that's over for the night.
Beginner mistake.
It's over. I was like, it'll be done for the night. And then like I took that, and like as soon as I took it, the Game of Thrones episode came on, and like I didn't remember anything that happened. And like, dude, it's like, since it was new, I remember like I kept like alternating my eyes. I was like doing that.
Jesus.
Trying to concentrate.
Yeah.
Trying my hardest to concentrate on what's going on, like just plot wise. And then like literally my brain at one point was like, just give up, man. Just give up. And then I was in this recliner and I just laid back
You just
and
let go.
I was out. And that after that night, like it was like probably 6-8 hours later, I woke up in the recliner and I was fucking freezing. I didn't have a blanket. Like no one covered me. They was just like, this kid's out. And yeah, I was like, I woke up and I was still high. I was super high, and I fell asleep with my contacts in too. So that was super crusty when I woke up, and my eyes are all red. And yeah, that was that day. We didn't do anything at all. Well, I didn't. I don't know what the fuck anyone else did. I don't know.
Just
I don't know what was
recovered
going
all
on.
day.
But yeah, that's what I did, and it was bad. It was so much THC in my system, and I was such a lightweight.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Honestly, that's not even an enjoyable experience at that point.
No, it went way overboard.
Yeah.
Went way overboard.
That's not fun. I've all been there. I've all been to that point where you're like, I gotta fucking go.
Yep, I was off this edible, and we were at my buddy's house, and my other friend brought me there, so I didn't even bring my car, and they were just like hitting this bong, and I was already so fucked up. But when you're really like balls deep in an edible, you almost are nauseous. Like you're like,
yeah.
I'm so fucked up.
Yep.
And then so he's like, you want to hit this bong, and almost the thought of it was like disgusting me. I was like, no, I don't want to hit the bong because I was so high. And I just remember I was like, yeah, okay. Eating edibles can really can not be the funnest experience.
Yeah.
Definitely got to take it slow.
I don't even really do them anymore. It's not even that. It's like the next day you wake up and you're just like, I feel like a piece of shit. Like my body's just like, why did you do that?
Yeah, I don't even eat them anymore, really.
I haven't done edibles in a long time.
Yeah,
I spent like half the amount of money on weed I used to. Smoke so much.
Yeah, same. Cut back a lot.
But got a good connect with a dispensary, dude. Life changing.
Yeah.
Life changing.
Nice.
Maine's a lot cheaper than it is like around here.
In Maine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what's he ship it to you or?
No, well, like the kid lives in New Hampshire. But,
Oh, cool.
You know, he goes to
Yeah.
Maine, and then I just get them from him.
Nice.
That in between state New Hampshire that's just like, you better not have a fucking joint on you in Maine and Massachusetts. Like, dude, just grow some plants. We don't
Just
care.
grow some plants, and we're selling it, by the way.
Live free or
Yes.
die. Unless you have some weed, get on the fucking ground.
Yeah, live free or die. By the way, we're all on opioids.
Yeah, literally. Trashua.
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 Oh.
All right, I think that might be a good spot to end it for us today.
Yep.
Conclusion.
I gotta take Lola out to take a dookie.
Take a dookie, Lola.
Yeah, Lola, you want to say something?
There you go.
All
What
right,
is that?
take it easy, everybody.
Adios.
Goodbye.